What up? What up? What up? Go away, dancing. You know what? Hey, everybody. What's going down? Hope everybody is having a great start of the week. Today's Tuesday, isn't it? My goodness, already Tuesday. Jeez. Where does the time go? As you can tell, we're going to have a little bit of a different type of show, I guess. I don't know. I'll let you guys pick what we do today because I just couldn't decide. I couldn't decide if we wanted to do pop culture type stuff, or if we wanted to talk about some frauditors. I do have one video that I will show you because I think it's fun to poke fun at certain types of people, and we're gonna get there in a minute. But really quick, Jackalope Herdmaster says chili de carne artist, please. We might be able to work that out. Mo Army 67, another for chili de carne artist. Doctor, what is that? Unsensible says, go Johnny, go Johnny, go Johnny is good. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Brian Powell says, please no more chili de Castro. I can't stand the pain of that voice. I'm with you on this, right? I have stayed away from doing a whole lot of chili stuff simply because I don't particularly care for the guy. I think he's a waste. Other channels are covering him to death, which is fine. We can all get our chili coverage. So I've been staying away, but I did find a couple of videos that I thought were interesting that we can look at, but if you don't want to, we won't. There is one we will look at. I will say that. And it's a very short one. So don't, Dr. Lord Stinky Butt the Butler, aka Stinkster, says, hello, everyone. Golly, that was a mouthful. Pat Downer says, howdy, folks. Good to see you. I Heart Dog says, hey, Johnny O. Hey, I Heart Dogs. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Glad you're back. Gosh Hackfire says, hello, you beautiful people. Hello. Tony Regime says, this music makes me think the Pirates of the Caribbean have invaded Skyrim. I know some of those words. Randall says, I wish this was the end credits. I know. I need to rework some stuff. And actually take some time to work on the channel. I'm going to do that, I promise, now that I have a little bit of time in my hands. Bass here says, hello, Johnny. Hello. Dave Malik says, hello. Good to see you. Tony Regime says, hello, everyone. Aaron Reese says, I'm half dead, but I'm here. Well, the good half is dead or bad half. I don't know. Charlie Welsh says he's also half dead. So I put the two together. We have one dead person, one alive person. So good to know. Freckles, good to see you. Mr. Andret, good to see you. Let's see here. Whoa, what happened? What did it do? Negative says, good opening music. Thank you so much. Look at the little cats, little kitty cats. Robert Castle says, what's up, my Globetards and heretics? That's right. We are all those things, I think. Ed209 says, conversation. Johnny married above his level and go. I don't know if it's much of a conversation, but it definitely happened. Absolutely happened that way. Yes, there's 100% correct, accurate, and all that stuff. There's no argument. I don't think there's a successful argument to be made about that, by the way. Let's see here. Taser Tuesday, says Freckles. Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Is Team still? I don't think Team is live, is he? Well, if he is, you can, zoom. Sundown says, no more chili, please, no more chili. We'll see what happens. I promise if we do, again, it's only going to be one if we do. That's totally up to you guys. I have other videos we can take a look at too. So there we go. Neil Hatch says, good Wednesday morning from the UK. Hello, Neil Hatch. Good to see you. Elizabeth says, you missed my comment, but hey, how's it going? Oh, hey, Elizabeth. I'm sorry I missed your comment. Cindy Sue says, hi, everyone. Good to see you, Cindy Sue. Mark Stoney says, hey, Johnny O. Mark, good to see you. How's everything on that front? I have not had any updates. I've been a little busy with some film projects and doing some other things, but I haven't been able to focus on that. So if you got any updates, let me know. I'm really curious. About that. Let's see here. All right. I've got a couple of invites out to some people to join. Oh, hi, puppy. Hi. This guy, he's such an attention guy. I can't not sit down. Every time I sit down to do some work, it's either the kids, the wife, or the dogs that want some sort of attention. The other day it was a turtle because her tank was not overflowing, but it was leaking. So that was fun. It's always something though. Never get a peaceful moment. There he is. Oh, he's a good boy. The protest in Ironton, what a horror. I haven't seen him. I see Mr. Andrews says way above. Yep. Kate is live. Well, Masshole. I'm just kidding. It's good, Yeah, so I got a couple of invites out to some people, so we'll you know what, let's take a look and see what we've got. We've got a few videos to look at. I've got one from NC Tyrant Hunter because, who doesn't like to listen to that guy waddle his way around and suffocate just by standing. Robert Castle says, what up with the film projects? Lots of things are up. I've got tons of stuff that are coming out. Not mine per se, but I've been working on some other people's things. This is a good month for me because there's a local festival that they'll screen every film, and I've been picked up for quite a few of those projects. I'll be working on some of them in one aspect or another, and then we've got other things that are lined up later on down the road. So yeah. Hey Roshan, good to see you. It's the day I did. I still feel like I'm saying that wrong. I probably am because I don't speak Gaelic. Yes, because pickle manufacturing is a great new fascist mechanism. I saw that and are you fucking kidding me? The pickle factory? Come on. So let's see here. What do I have? Roshin says close. Well, thank you. We'll figure it out. Let's see here. We've got so NC Tyrant Hunter. We've got one from I don't know if you guys seen the woman who stole a car. That was probably funny. I haven't seen these. These were sent to me, so I pulled them. I haven't seen them. Let's see here. Who is this? I think there's a one that was chili that is like a long chili. No, long chili with 10-minute chili video. It really depends. What do you guys want to do? Let me know. Good evening, Vert to Ferk. F. Burrow says I'm suspicious of stairways. They're always up to something. Very good. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Dad jokes. Yep. All day, every day. Vert to Ferk. Good evening, kids. Good evening. So happy to see you. Let's see. So yeah, I got a few that we'll look at. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to start out with some, so we could talk about like whatever Stranger Things. If you want to talk about Stranger Things, we could talk about whatever. But let me know. Let me know what you want to do. Elizabeth says I'm down for anything. Right. Robert Castle says eating pork ribs, pig is empirical evidence of Jesus Christ. Repent now. I don't want to. After World says, let's talk some flat earthers. I honestly didn't think that it could get worse than flat earthers. I really didn't. And then I got into sovereign citizens. The reason why sovereign citizens and these First Amendment frauditors are worse than flat earthers is because flat earthers they're just demonstrably incorrect. It's just wrong, right? Just wrong. And there's only so much we can do with that. But these sovereign citizens and these First Amendment frauditors are not the sovereign citizens so much, but the First Amendment frauditors operate under the guise of the law, which it's just this really bad misinterpretation. What do you got here? What do we have? Mark, do you want me to put this? You want me to show this? You want me to show this one here? We can. Oh, that's 40 minutes. I'll have to watch it. What we got going on? This is yours? All right, I'll check this out, Stoney. For certain. I will watch this one. It'll be my next as I'm doing some other research. But let me put that. Save. Boom. Save. And boom. There we go. Cool. I'll make sure. What's up, Zachariah Hooper? Good to see you. Oh, speaking of really awesome and amazing people, JL. JL, now that you're here.
Yes, sir.
I want to. You sent me this video, so we're going to look at it together.
Which video?
You'll recognize it when we.
The TikTok one.
Yes, is it a TikTok one?
Yeah, well, I sent you a link. From it. It's I made it.
No, not that one. It's a different one, right?
Oh, okay.
This is okay. I promise everybody, this is going to be the only and I do mean only, unless you guys really want to, the only chili video we look at.
I went over to this guy's house,
Oh.
and he had a...
Now, already, we're going to talk about how terrible of an actor Chili is, the reason why his acting career has failed. Stop. And this is going to be the biggest reason. This is, yeah. Hey, Sam, I'm good to see you.
pet monkey. I didn't, I don't know about a pet monkey. And so when I go in, all I hear is screaming. She's screaming, he's screaming, kids are screaming. There's people screaming. And then I hear behind me this, wah! This.
Did he really just do that? Why?
I don't know. He wants to be fucking David Draymond, and I don't know.
Because Eugene is a better actor than Chili, says Aaron Reese. Hey, Eugene's a pretty good actor. He actually he looks similar to Moss from the IT Crowd.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can see
He
that.
does, right?
Yeah, he does.
I
I can't lose that. That's all I have. That and my sweet style.
I love that show.
I
So
love
fun.
that guy so much.
Scream of all screams. It terrifies me. I turn around, pull my gun out, and as quick as I can, boom! I shot that monkey right in the chest.
That's improper weapon safety.
Yep.
He put his finger on the trigger.
Monkey keeps screaming, but now it's bleeding. Kids are screaming, kids are crying. You get my monkey, get my monkey. They could have just said thank you. That monkey was illegal anyway.
Now, there are a lot of things wrong with this video. A lot. Never mind the terrible acting and the overt racism. I hear you sent this to me, and I thought I could make creative content about this because there's again a lot to unpack. But yeah, Dave Malik actually asks the correct question. What is right about this video? Not a lot. I don't think there's anything. I think the blue screen background is the only thing that's right with this. You should have just left the blue screen background and not done this. That's what you should have done. But my goodness, why would anybody think that, hey, this is a really good idea?
Yeah, like he thought this up. So there was planning. He I guess he memorized those lines. Somebody wrote them and he memorized them, or he wrote them and he memorized them, and then he got dressed up in a cop uniform, or this really
uniform. It was like
super fake,
fucking discount Walmart,
fucking Spirit Halloween cop uniform, and
right.
Now he's gonna perform this monologue, or this wacky ass monologue. If someone turned that, if that was a monologue that someone gave to me for like casting, I would like literally send that to everybody, to all the cast directors, be like, don't hire this dude. This dude is like we would laugh about this. As a casting director, we would laugh. We would go like, because you think because actors and actors know, you've been in the business long enough that it's a very, very small family. There's a lot of actors out there, but it's actually a quite small. It's rather small, tightly knit family, and we talk. Directors talk to each other. Writers talk to each other. Casting directors talk to each other.
Yep.
You send something like this in, and it does. And oftentimes people think, if they don't like it, they just throw it in the trash and you walk away. No. If it's particularly cringe, they will pass it and share it to each other. Be like, have you seen this? It's like, we laugh about it. Then we say, we're never casting this guy in anything ever. Let's send it to him, and then they do this. So, there's a wonder. I mean, does anybody wonder? There's no wonder at all why this man has not booked a gig
ever
in years.
Well, I guess.
So he's booked a few gigs. He's booked a few gigs. He's cleared a few paychecks. Okay, as far as stuff that and I can only go on by on his IMDb. Because he's got 2 official credits on his IMDb.
There's not much there,
Yeah, there's not much. The rest of the stuff is stuff that he created. So, like, I can only go by that. I'll send people to my IMDb, not so much they can see the work that I've done, they can see all the people that I've worked with. So you see, I've worked with all these
It's a
individuals.
minor flex. We get it.
Yeah, it's a minor flex, but if you look at his, because it's all we really have to go off of, he's got 2 legitimate credits there. He did an episode. He did the cold open, or he did the opening sequence on an episode of Crossing Jordan, the pre-credit sequence of Crossing Jordan, and then he did an episode of A Thousand Ways to Die.
Yes.
I looked into the casting processes on these. So the Thousand Ways to Die stuff, those were literally cast via open calls. Yep. All you had to do was show up.
Yep.
And for that particular episode, they were just looking for a muscle bound guy. They needed a guy who was like muscly. And he was the best one that showed up.
The most steroids in this.
Right.
I mean, allegedly.
And the pay on those episodes was absolute creep. It was a pittance. So that was pretty much, that was open call.
Yeah,
so,
it's not even day player rate. It's like
right. So the episode of Crossing Jordan was kind of the same thing. That did require him going in and getting looked at and auditioning for that, but he managed to land. But he had no lines, so they didn't need any script. They just needed someone physical that could get out there and be like swing it, and then you're good to go.
Right.
But he hasn't booked anything in forever, so everything else has been self-created.
Because he's too busy running around harassing police officers and scamming people out of their fucking, whatever. It's just,
well, he's got to make money, or he's trying to make money, and because the acting career didn't pay off because he couldn't cut it as a Power Ranger. At least Tommy was able to segue the Green Ranger into an MMA career. And then a commentary career.
I guess.
At least he did that. I mean, he's still relevant. He's still showing up at cons.
Yeah, but hey, Linda Lee, good to see you. Hi, Mr. Schrodinger's cat. I saw you there. Laying squirrels. Hello. But no. So the thing with Chillian, I'm not going to sit there and bash somebody who tries to make money on YouTube because obviously that's what I'm doing. But
yeah.
It's
the manner in
which they go about doing it, and it's not the fact, like, if you were just a content creator on YouTube and did like the crazy stuff that he does about all the constitutional scholar and whatever cop baiting and whatever, that would be one thing. I would like, okay, I'm gonna make fun of you a little bit, but the egregious thing about him is that he goes out and actively scams people,
right?
And that's what I take huge issue with. Right, make money, but do it honestly. Make money on YouTube. That's honest living. But anyway, that's enough chili for now. I want to show you something.
I do want to ask you, when I just before we move on to it.
Hey, Josh Lee.
Since we're right there, since we're right in the shit, like this is the lasting impression as we're leaving the shit. Did you? I don't know if you happened to catch Team Stream the other day when he was looking at when he was Chili was in his car doing his thing. I
didn't.
I've never seen. This is the first time I've seen him he was triggered, like really, really, like the trolls are getting to him. So apparently, from what I understand, I didn't catch all of Team Stream. I didn't catch all of it. But the vast majority of the people in his chats are trolls, and they're just screwing with him. And
he's too stupid to figure that shit out.
So, but apparently there was this moment, and it was the funniest thing I've seen him do. It was this moment when he was like the Mullen report or some report he wanted people to go lead. So apparently he's got access to this report. It's out there, and then if anybody you go and he gave the website for it, it says go and read it, do it now, blah blah blah. Yeah, you must be informed.
Right.
And then he puts it out there, and then he gets notified whenever it gets downloaded. And apparently 500 some people in the live stream that he did that on, and 0 downloads. Like no one would download. Like, and T made a big joke of it. He's like, he actually has the data. Like the empirical data is like nobody downloaded. It wasn't like a few of you did. It was 0 people downloaded. And he was so triggered and so distracted. I was legitimately the Mullen Commission report. Thank you, Angel Rivera.
Hey, Angel Rivera, good to see you.
He was so triggered. He was so triggered, and he was driving at the time. I was legitimately concerned that he was going to crash the damn car.
I very worried about his driving habits because too much.
The way
looking at himself in the camera and
right. The way that's literally. I mean, all of his stuff is nonsense. His shit is nonsense.
Yes.
and no one should believe it. And it's been
No.
debunked time and time again.
You're right.
You know, we've all had a piece of like debunking him. My biggest concern was like I was watching one of his streams because I was wondering where he was, if he was still like in the area, still in Oklahoma. But no, he grifted Deborah.
Yep.
And he got done with that grift, and he was moving on to the next
I wonder
thing.
how much he made out. He made like $5,000 with it. I wonder how much he kept for his legal services.
I guess we'll find out when Deborah complains that she never got any
right.
money. So, but I wanted to see if he was still in the area because I was thinking maybe before he leaves, if I catch him one more time. So I was wondering where he was. So I saw he was live, and I went and checked out his live stream. And I kid you not, he's
in Denver, right?
He's in Denver right now. He's in Colorado now. But he was bitching, like complaining in one of his live streams, in the one the team was covering, that people are tracking me and they're hunting me. They have blah blah blah. And I'm like, I was like, Chili, you did a live stream where you pulled out of a gas station and you got on the road and you drove and you just ranted at your phone for 3 hours. Okay, is essentially what you did. You just ranted at your phone while you were driving for 3 hours. And I saw 2 landmarks. 2. In that video.
Yeah.
And that was a gas station and a hotel. And from just those 2 being near each other, I was able to extrapolate where you were. And he was up in Kansas.
Yeah.
And so he's driving to get, so essentially it was at the very beginning of the video.
The thing is, he'll tell everybody where he is and where he's going. He'll fucking broadcast.
Oh, he didn't on this
live.
one.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand maybe he didn't do it on this one here, but he does this shit all the time. He was like, "Hey, I'm going over to Oklahoma to help out this Deborah person and take Deborah and take all of her money." And
well, he apparently he drove up north up through Kansas up to 70 and was taking 70 west out to go directly into Denver. Yeah. And so I just happened to catch it. He literally was pulling out of a pilot out of a pilot gas station that had a restaurant in it that is only available at this one particular place in Kansas. So it was kind of like it was just beyond easy. So I found that he was going there, and he's trucking along. And what caught me was not his. I've learned to tune him out. Was how he was driving, yeah. And it was the way he was weaving in and out of the pass lane around 18-wheelers and other shit.
He's dangerous.
While he's ranting at his phone and doing this, and I was strongly tempted to call Kansas authorities and be like, dude, there's this guy. He's over here off 70 going west, and he is just driving like a maniac. He's in and out of the pass lane. He's like weaving around freaking 18-wheelers all over the place. And he's not looking at the damn road.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to do too much on Chile. I do want to show everybody something that I think is hilarious. I may have shown this to you already, JL, but this is for everybody who has not seen it. I often scroll through the shorts, the YouTube shorts, and the TikTok and YouTube whatnot, trolling for new material. But I came across this the other day, and
yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that made me laugh.
That was funny.
That made me laugh. Skits Crasher for $2 says, "Hello, Johnny O and JL." Hello,
hey, Skits Crasher.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for $2 super chat.
I will say this: if the a-hole ever comes through Oklahoma again, I'll be there. So, and I'm scheduled to have. Oh, yeah, you would. I am scheduled to talk to the on-site officer tomorrow.
Oh, cool. Let me know what goes down.
Yeah,
kind of curious.
That's hilarious. Did you? Oh, okay. I know you're not up on Rick and Morty, are you?
No, I don't do Rick and Morty. I don't do a whole lot of TV, to be honest with you.
You need to watch Rick and Morty. You need to watch Rick and Morty.
It's too much to watch.
No, it's not. It's 5 seasons, and there are 10 episodes in each season.
That's 50 fucking episodes. Where am I going to find?
And they're 20. They're literally 20 minutes each.
Yep.
You could.
I have 4 children, JL.
You could watch them with the kids. Well, I know it's got a lot of cursing in it. There's a lot of language in it.
Yeah.
And maybe some moments that you need to explain to Jocelyn.
Joshua Lee, who's been a rockaholic for 11 months, says, "I hope Chili ends up driving a scooter through Colorado like Dumb and Dumber movie." That'd be funny. Robert Kennedy says, "Dude, family show.
We're there."
Oh, that's so funny.
The reason I brought up Rick and Morty is because I used a clip from Rick and Morty in that video that I made after that woman. Yeah, because that lady whose husband was arrested and given the 7-year sentence for the January 6th incident, when it came out there in front of the press and said that like he's a loving father and a loving husband, and I think she ended that thing with like, you know, and then she basically ended that with like, all of you can go to hell. I'm going back to Texas. And
no, you're not, bitch.
So I clipped that because the dude was sentenced obviously for what he did on January 6th, and he threatened to shoot his kids because he said he told them, and his own son testified against him that he said, if you turn me in, you're traitors, and you know what happens to traitors? They get shot.
Wow.
And so his own. I can prove it mathematically. Yeah, Rick. Yes, you're both idiots, and I can prove it mathematically. Rick Sanchez.
I'm gonna check that out soon, Mark. I promise. I'm gonna watch it probably right after this stream. But
so
that's
he was convicted.
He's a great father, huh?
And his wife gets out there. He's like, he's a patriot, and he's a loving husband and a loving father. And then I clipped it in with the you should play. There's Rick and Morty fans in the audience.
Let me see. I've got. Did you send it to?
I sent it via Messenger.
Yeah, I know, but Weekend Horror Chat or to me?
The Weekend Horror Chat.
I thought so.
So everybody can see it because I saw that clip and it immediately jumped in my mind, and I was like, I got an idea, and I went and I just made it, and I was like, I gotta make this.
Okay, let me download it here. Hang on.
I have not put it on my YouTube because even though the Doctor Strange, the Strange Melter, that got like 4,000 views, it's not normally. I mean, it's not my normal content, so I put it up on TikTok. So
TikTok.
It seems TikTok worthy.
Yep. Let's see here. Share. Where is it?
Blueberries and dingleberries, different shade of blue.
My dog is about to twitch her head with that sound. She looks like that. That one got me, man. I tell you, I was just, I was. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, or I don't even remember when I sent it to you. I can't remember if it was early. If I think I was too early, what, but. I first saw it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, Erica's asleep, Jocelyn's asleep. You know,
some of the ones you send where you say like I'm going to hell. Some of those just friggin' drop me. Some of those, especially the larger people.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh man, that you are going to hell. Yeah, if there's a hell, you're going there for the osteogenesis imperfecta one.
That was bad. That was bad. I know. And so
that's a bad one.
I feel bad. I feel bad because I laugh at these things, but
that's just awful. Just OI.
Refit is the first January 6th defendant to face a trial. He's accused of bringing a gun to the Capitol and threatening his children, saying if they turned him in, they'd be traitors, and traitors get shot.
Guy was a patriot that day. He will always be a patriot.
Watch this.
And he's a loving husband. He's a loving father.
Oh dear God, no!
They're codependent.
Run! Yep. Johnny's going to.
You're going to the special hell. There is a special place. There is a special place in hell for child molesters and people who talk in the theater. and then he just pokes his head out. The special hell. Oh, I'm going to the special hell. I'm going to the special hell.
I don't do either of those two things. I got booted out of a fucking theater once for threatening guys that wouldn't stop talking in the theater, though.
Oh.
All right, let's look at another one. What do you guys want to do?
That was funny. I am inevitable.
Let's see here. I've got. You guys let me know. Do you want to do Auditing America? Do you want to do NC Tyrant Hunter? Or you want to do Woman Steals Car After Crashing Her Own? Hey, Mr. Malor, good to see you. I was really hoping that you were the one who won the lottery, the Mega Millions.
Oh, Mr. Malort?
Mr. Malor, yeah. He's in Illinois, but...
Oh, that's true.
I figured one day he would be like, he'd just fucking make a video. His like, I'm ending my YouTube career video, and it's just him naked with a vat of like fucking olive oil and dollar bills pouring on him. You know what I mean?
I think his reaction would be more like get in front of the camera. I'm rich, bitch.
Oh man! All right, so I got one for car crash. One for car crash. That's it. We can do car crash.
Car crashes.
Yep. If I retract everything, am I innocent or emasculated? It's a good question, Night Noodler. Good question.
I could share a clip with you real quick.
Let's see it.
Okay. So I have a couple videos that I'm working on, and I can give the. I'm not going to give like the. I'm not going to dive into this big. This video that Angela sent me. She sent me this video, and this has inspired a one sec share. This has inspired an upcoming vid, and you'll understand why. There you go. So this video has inspired an upcoming vid that will be on my channel. I'm going to deep dive this thing and I'm going to rip it apart. But this girl, okay, is what does she call herself? What the hell is she?
Really quick, Josh Relief for $5 says, if anyone here wins the lottery, they have to bring enough to share with the class. It could be a nickel.
Fucking A.
Thank you for the $5.
Oh, she calls herself the Balanced Blonde.
Worked with a medical intuitive, and she said every time she sees someone with Lyme, it's an intergalactic substance, and it's literally bringing in codes from the beginning of time.
Yes.
I know.
I believe this. This gives me chills down my entire body.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it in those exact words before, but I'm often trying to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Lyme is a gift.
Yes, yes.
It is not for the faint of heart.
No.
And it is for the most deeply spiritual people
Yes.
on the planet.
Yes.
What in the actual... And everybody, welcome Beaver to the old stream. What the fuck did she just say?
Okay,
Wine?
Beaver's
What
here.
did I just miss? I literally
Beaver's here.
came into jail laughing.
Play it, dude.
I worked with...
Oh, wait, hang on a sec. So I'm going to give Beaver context. This girl is a lifestyle brand ambassador, health, wellness, blah, 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 blah. She goes by, what does she call herself? The Balanced Blonde.
Balanced
her name
Blonde.
her name is Jordan Younger, okay? And so ignore the I worked with a medical intuitive, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah,
but
I was already kind of laughing
Yeah.
at that.
here you go.
I worked with a medical intuitive, and she said every time she sees someone with Lyme, it's an intergalactic substance, and it's literally bringing in codes from the beginning of time.
Yes.
I know.
I believe this. This gives me chills down my entire body.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it in those exact words before, but I'm often trying to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Lyme is a gift.
Yes, yes.
It is not for the faint of heart.
No.
And it is for the most deeply spiritual people
Yes.
on the planet.
Yes.
Well, I will say this. She is not wrong when she says that Lyme is not for the faint of heart.
It is not for the
See,
faint of heart.
Okay, so hold on a minute. I still have questions because at first maybe I thought she was talking about the element like lime stone, but she's talking about Lyme as in like Lyme disease.
She's talking about Lyme disease because she herself suffers from Lyme disease.
I don't even know where to place this now. Anyway, sorry. That is golden, actually. Good job at making me laugh.
So
Like today.
Angela
I had a
found
busy-
that she said that to me. She's like, "You have to listen to this," because she remembered on my last video, I covered a conspiracy. I debunked a conspiracy regarding Lyme disease. Whereas this one woo guy is saying that Lyme was created by the government as a biological weapon, and it was through Project Paperclip that they were able to, and it got out of the lab, and got it. It was like, no, dude. It's just, so I tore it apart. I put up the documentation and the articles that the phylogenetics, phylogeography for all that shit. So she remembered I did this. She's like, you got to see this. What this chick is claiming about Lyme disease. I'm like, fuck. And Lyme disease sucks. Lyme disease is awful, especially those who have chronic Lyme disease. So, and like Lyme is a gift.
I've
Only
looked it
for
up so many times that I can't remember what Lyme disease does to you, but it's like a lot of things. Isn't it?
myriad of effects, and it really depends upon the person. Because sometimes it can literally just be rashes, that come and go, or it could present as neurological deficits. It could present as crippling arthritis. There's a number of presentations.
What about my twitching eye? Is that it?
That's a neurological deficit, so...
I mean, it is. This mother effer has been twitching for like 6 months now.
And Lyme disease is awful. It is.
It really is.
But,
But stop. This woman person, she's fucking stupid.
She's fucking you. Hey, you're a fucking duty face.
Fortunately, he's not descending into ad homs. It's just an insult.
Just an insult. But here's the thing: it's not really an insult because it's true.
Because it's true. It's right. It's just an observation about reality.
Observation. Yes. Holy shit. Oh, man.
That's funny.
Good Lord.
So yeah, I'm going to be
covering
her on an upcoming video because her shit is just brilliant. I can tell you, it's. I mean,
Tony, that is just wrong.
The lime in the coconut.
Randy, I'm sure you'll get. Yeah, I mean, Robert Kennedy says you're ugly. Yes, I am. It's true. Yep. Again, not an ad hom. Not an insult, just an observation.
It's okay. If you look close enough, you can probably see the eye twitch here.
And
everybody's got problems.
Yep. And most likely that's just stress. But I think she's got what was
financial stress. I agree.
So I mean, but her videos are all as like what is my favorite. Breaking the psychedelic stigma, ketamine assisted psychotherapy, and MDMA. So she's one of those.
I didn't mean it's horse tranquilizer.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
Good Lord.
I remember when I was playing, remember that game you'd play where you just bought drugs low and sold them high? That's all the game was? You'd be like...
Dealer.
Yeah, they've had 1,000 names over the years, right? But basically, it's the same premise. You start with like $100 cash, and you keep dealing and wheeling and running from cops and buying from Tony or whatever down the street and all those whatever the options are, and moving city to city selling until you make that big payday when the cocaine goes through the roof and you happen to be holding.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't know how I got on that. The tangent started, and then I got lost in the moment. There was actually a point to that, so if it comes to me, we can move forward to that. But
she's got a video called "Plant-Based Pregnancy, Vegan Babies, Nutrition, Spirituality, and Motherhood." So that's just dangerous as hell. That's like super dangerous. But there was this one. Where the hell is it?
On February 26th.
This is what the people want to see.
Oh yes. How to laugh in ironic amusement during your existential crisis.
Just listen to that dumbass talk about Lyme being a gift from the fucking heavens or whatever the fuck she said.
I mean, she loves Scientology.
Only
she'd be right. Like Lord Xenu obviously gave them all friggin' Lyme disease. He not only did he produce the Thetans, but he gave everybody the gift of Lyme. There you go, Scientology. Run with it. It's yours.
Yep. All right. Yeah. This was on Code Blue Cam, and somebody sent this to me and said, "Hey, you should cover this." I thought about it, but Code Blue Cam does a good job, and I've already done a couple of his, or hers, or theirs. Anyway, but let's check this out. It's kind of fun.
2022. Dispatch receive a vehicle theft report from an auto repair shop in Partyville, Wisconsin. According to a witness, a female had gotten into a green SUV and left at a high rate of speed. The female was later identified as 31-year-old Chelsea Schwagerl.
Schwagerl.
Nice. Chelsea allegedly drove her own vehicle into the ditch earlier in the day and walked to a nearby neighborhood. She tried to find a phone, but was unable to, and decided to steal a vehicle.
Yeah, because that's like, hey, I need to make a call, but I can't find a phone, so I'll just fucking take a car.
Goddamn payphones. There's no payphones anymore.
Payphones anymore. This is what
How is Superman supposed to get anywhere? Like,
no shit.
Guy's got to go hide behind a hedge now.
But seriously, we just escalate from, I can't find a phone, to I'm going to steal your car.
I need to make a call. How does I need to make a call evolve into Grand Theft Auto?
Maybe they had a car.
Nobody Nobody accused them of being intelligent, I guess. But
A Columbia County Sheriff's deputy located the stolen vehicle and observed Chelsea driving recklessly.
Look at this town.
Officers
man.
tried to stop her
Beautiful.
vehicle, but she refused, and a pursuit began.
Never try to unroll. What are they doing?
Especially when it's snowing out.
suddenly we get a vignette filter. we needed it in sepia.
Wait. When did this get to Mexico?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that what happened? Is that what it is? Oh yeah, that's right. That's the Mexico filter.
That's the Mexico filter.
Wait, we passed the border. That was it. You saw it when the color changed.
Thank you, Breaking Bad.
Oh my god.
At one point, Chelsea swerved to avoid an officer, then drove onto the sidewalk.
Chelsea is going to a lot of this shit.
She's just trying to go get groceries, guys. Give her a break. Where is she going?
Who knows? Apparently that
prison.
Who knows? Yeah, she's going to prison. She's going to prison.
I know Snow. I know it well.
She's going to prison. That's where she's going.
But she's taking a very odd way of going.
Have you ever been near something like that? There's so much noise when there's that many cops.
Girl, you ain't gonna outrun that cop kid. You ain't gonna do it.
She eventually went off the road and lost control of the vehicle.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, with no seatbelt on guaranteed. That's gonna be a fun day.
Whoops. My tires, they do nothing.
Does she know how to like let off the gas pedal? Like, is it just full go? What the hell's going on? She's trying to pick her kids up from school. That's exactly it.
Oh,
She did a big old powder donut.
Hey, in her defense, she put her right back on the road, though.
Yeah. Where is this going?
And we're back in Mexico.
Uh-oh.
I want to see this guy run up there and slip and slide. Just
They can't go any further because she crossed the border. Oh, shit.
Oh, you are brilliant,
sweetheart. And I mean that jokingly. But
Oh,
that's
I'm just gonna park. I'm gonna park it here. I don't want to.
In her defense, I think I've done that same maneuver.
What is this cop over here doing? What is he? The Terminator's got one hand on his pistol.
Is she actually trying to back up?
She did.
Oh my god.
Wow.
You're not getting out of there.
And they're gonna run back.
Oh, they busted out the canines for her. Oh, she just donuts now? No, she's trapped.
I just donuts.
Having a good old time. Look at this.
She ain't getting out of there. They're gonna headbutt that thing right away.
Oh, they got the canines out for her.
He's got her. Oh, really? Dude.
She's got nothing. She's stuck in that field.
I mean, if it did have 4x4, she doesn't know how to turn it on, apparently. Oh, no, you're
strike
done.
that car, that's
You're
assault.
After police pinned Chelsea's vehicle from leaving, she attempted to push the deputy's squad car out of the way.
That's assault.
Contact with 3320 vehicle at the top of the
For a missile on site.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
That's what
Show me your hands! Get out of the car!
They seem angry.
Get your hands up!
Calm down.
I mean, in her she did pretty good, I'll be honest with you. She ended up getting it out of the ditch. I didn't think she was going this far.
Get her out on your side.
Did she say she just want to do a bunch of fun little U-turns up here? This
Yeah,
bitch
she did.
fucked up. She's gonna be 4 sheets. We're past 2 sheets. This bitch is
She looks
fucking-
like she's on drugs, possibly. But
Yeah,
she's
that's-
just a high on
Oh,
life.
yeah, she's...
Get out! Get out of the fucking car! Get out of the fucking car!
Oh, they're so... oh, look, she's trying to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Get out now!
Ass hanging out.
Where's her pants?
Stop resisting now. I'm not resisting at all, sir.
Now your ass is in
You
the
guys,
snow.
when you arrested me, it was hurting.
Yes, I did some illegal.
Aries says, shit, it's an ultra Karen.
Damn.
It's actually my car.
GPS routed me here.
What's your name? What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Sinclair.
That's your first name, Sinclair?
Last name.
What's your first name?
Chelsea.
Okay, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine.
Can we sit you up, Chelsea?
Are you okay?
Get her drawers up.
Yeah, pull up, please.
I'm not fighting.
No, don't turn around like that. Come on.
Yeah, you guys had fun though. We had a little fun. I didn't fucking.
Oh, what was this, Chase? You had a little fun.
They just, put lives in danger. Just have a little fun.
Skid Scratches. Hello, Brainy Beaver. Thank you, Skid Scratch.
I'm not leaving without my box.
Oh my goodness. Okay, look, this is going to sound a little bit off color, but is this what white people do for fun? We're just going to drive around and, oh my goodness.
It has my special trinkets in it. I'm not leaving without box.
Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute, but right now we gotta make sure everything's okay here,
It's
okay?
speaker box.
Forward one. Go ahead and get out of admin page, huh?
Which one, stand up? Let's get her to something.
Oh, she got wet pants now, wet drawers.
Information only at this time.
I made sure it was a safe one though.
She's just like, oh man,
I'm trying to
okay.
do a safe one.
What?
How safe it is. Any trace is not safe. Right? Just consider of all the other.
I was making sure that there was no one I knew. When there was a stop sign, I stopped.
Okay. How about
She
all the
blew
other
through like
people
4
that
stop
were in
signs.
the-
What is she talking about?
On the roadways when all this was happening.
I was well aware of them.
Okay.
And I made sure to stop and a signal at the turn that there was someone coming.
Okay.
Is she really trying to say that, yes, I ran from you, but I was safe about it?
My pants are falling off. I really would appreciate it if I could just like go around and you do it at least. I need someone to fly up my zipper and tie the little...
There's a female officer coming right now.
Can we have her do that?
Female
None of those
officer's
dudes
coming.
want
She's
anything to do
gonna
with
take
their
care of
pants. None of them.
it. No, they're not going anywhere.
Yes, and the little zip it up, please. Thank you very much.
It's a good question. Did she use her
Do
blinkers?
you have anything on you? Anything sharp? Anything that?
No, ma'am.
No weapons? No needles? Nothing like that?
No. Well, actually, I might have an old one.
What?
An old one, and then this
An old
pocket.
what? An old what? You don't have to
Don't-
wiggle.
yeah.
Just
I'm
tell
not trying to wiggle. I'm just saying
An old
it's
what?
in that packet.
What might you have in that pocket?
A little piece of paper, and it's like a little pen thing. Like it's just a tip of it, though.
What? You got
I
a
don't
what?
even know if it's still in there. I don't know.
A piece of paper? Brainy, you're
A
muted.
pen thing, which is used for what purpose? Like a weapon or for drug use? So you got a back brace on?
I guess we're not up on the drug stuff.
And then
No.
I don't know what they're after.
I won.
What? No, you
I
didn't.
won!
A first class trip to the pokey.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh, Jesus.
For now. Did you say your first name was Fran? Where are you from?
What?
I was actually in North Carolina.
Where do you stay up here?
Oh, jeez.
Been all over the place. I usually say that.
They're putting her in the back
Chelsea
with
was
the
charged
dog.
with felony counts of fleeing, eluding an officer, second
Oh,
degree
that scene
recklessly
would
endanger
suck.
safety, and taking a vehicle without consent.
I've been in
Misdemeanor
enough
counts
police
of
cars to
operating
know
while
that
revoked, and
that-
bail
that
jumping
would
times
suck.
2.
You wouldn't go in there if
She
you were a
also
big
received
dude.
several traffic citations
No way.
for her driving behavior during the pursuit. Her cash bond was originally set at $5,000, but was later amended to a $10,000 signature bond.
Jesus Christ.
Want to represent Code Blue Cam? Check out our newly released merch in the description below. As always, thank you for your support.
Yeah, go check out Code Blue. And JL wants to remind
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? That face.
Oh my god. This is all the different commercials? Like, holy shit.
Oh man.
Boy,
Oh
that
man.
escalated quickly. I mean, that
Up a notch.
Oh my Jesus. Good Lord. Oh, that lady fell down.
Oh, that is one of this. It just gets progressively worse. It's like you gotta wonder, like the guy coming out to wash his car, and he's got the freaking, he's got the damn hose wrapped around his neck. He's like, oh, and he just crashes into the car and falls down.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Oh, man. HS Reed says the sound is free to use in the YouTube sound library. All right, well, we're good then. Darcy says Brick killed a guy.
Oh. That's right. I killed a guy with a trident.
With a trident.
That's right. You did, Brick, and you may want to lay low for a bit because I think you're wanted for murder. 60% of the time, no, it's 100% of the time it works. 60% of the time,
60% of the time
it works
all the time.
60% of the time it works all the time. What is that smell? Oh my god!
Plant through the table. That
And the one chick when she's like, and she looks at the camera, I don't know what's going on. That is white people universe. we can't do anything right. Like the guy with the drink and the bowl of like shit, and he's like, oh, and he just loses everything. He was like, what? Just
Black Panther.
60%. Oh, what does it smell? It smells like
Bigfoot's dick.
I won't. Ooh, pungent. I won't lie. It stings the nostrils. I won't lie. It smells like hot garbage.
Those days where you wake up and smack your head, then proceed to drop everything and hurt yourself. Yep.
And the little kid, like the little girl, like she's like reaching to get her. Oh, I can't reach. It's like 3 inches away.
Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. We got another.
Oh, go ahead, because I have one more other thing to show you.
All right. Let me get the.
No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow for a week in horror.
All right. Cool.
Stupid jerk fan. Fucking Chuck Norris.
All right, let's see here. You guys want Auditing America or
Dr. Lord said, I'm not going to be honest. That smells like pure gasoline.
Do you want Auditing America or NC Oxygen Hunter? Which one do you want? Let me know. Let me know. We'll do either one. Darcy says, I won that tournament.
Oh. Yes. Robert Kennedy. Aliens have seen those commercials and decided, nope. No intelligent life here. I'm a failure. Why is she chasing the dog with the hose? What are you doing? Just stand in one place.
Yes. You got the dog on a leash.
Just stop moving.
All right, we're going with Oxygen Hunter. Here we go. Let's see here. Where do we go?
Oh.
Here we go. Oh, that's not it.
I'm going to save that for future replays.
Where'd it go? Oh. Here's this moron. Here we go. Oxygen Hunter. Who are?
tyrant hunter.
Yeah, because this guy's stupid. hate his intro. It's so dumb. All right.
Not everyone can be as cool as frauditor, troll.
I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not going to try.
It's good. Good. Don't.
Never stop
you can come here and pronounce it if you want to.
Ajinomoto.
Ajinomoto or some shit.
Ajinomoto.
All right.
Okay, so I guess this is where they are frauding. Their First and Second Amendment.
You can't pronounce that. It's Ajinomoto.
Whatever. Don't care. It's a private pharmaceutical company that they're going to audit.
Like I said, white people can't do anything. I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, some shit.
Not gonna work here anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm an idiot without saying it exactly. Don't even try.
Yes. Tell us you're an idiot without telling us you're an idiot.
Let's see if I can get a shot of that sign up here.
Look, the guy's not even 2 minutes into his own, not even fucking 60 seconds into his own video. He's already out of breath.
Oh, I see somebody on a golf cart.
We make violence here.
Do you hear me? Yep, I might go live here.
Yeah, you might go.
Look, it's that's private property right here.
Well, then
that's
don't
exactly
go on
where
to
the
it.
line's at on my map too. I'm here with CFW,
Oh, they're scrambling now.
and we're doing a First and
property.
Second Amendment audit on this pharmaceutical company. I don't know. Like I said, I can't pronounce the
You
name.
can set the
so
building on fire.
I can't get a shot of the sign from up here. It don't look like.
Fire. I'll put strychnine in the guacamole.
Let's see if I can.
It's funny
see
you
some
guys
people in
mentioned
there.
that. That's I have that in my next
I
episode.
see
I
a
think.
shadow.
Oh, sweet.
I see a shadow in the guardhouse.
Oh my god, he sees a shadow.
I can't keep it still enough because it's so freaking far away.
That's because they don't want your fat ass on their property. You
Is this a
moron.
debunking ghost video though? Because it's filmed like you're trying to capture
Yeah.
the supernatural. So I don't know what the hell he's trying to do.
I don't know what he's trying to do either. It's so stupid. Why are we? Because there you go.
But there you go. That's
Wow,
guardhouse
those
up
windows
there.
have perfectly reflected
Here comes
his
somebody
view
that-
of the world.
Yeah.
got a guard out there. See if he comes out this way.
Oh shit! That dude's standing
He's
there like
sure
a fucking
looking, ain't
slasher movie.
It's like Jason before the mask.
He's sure looking. Look at that. Boy, he's fixed, ain't he? Are you looking at him?
Yeah, I was looking at him. He's trying to go live.
Yeah, this is exactly.
Yeah, I
what
need to
I'm
go
saying,
live too.
It's groundbreaking journalism. Yes. Yes.
I think so too.
Not bad, but good.
Yeah.
Good thing never had anybody up here.
Look, is he looking at it?
Yeah, he's going crazy.
Oh, he's looking. Look, he's shielding his eyes so he can see down this far.
Oh, wow.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Pharmaceutical company, Raleigh.
Right. It's
Huh?
a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna.
What are we doing here? We're just looking at the gate.
What?
Boy, he is
What
sure
is it you
looking down
say you do here?
Well, that's why I like having the camcorder because it zooms way out. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens here. Look at the guard right there. He's coming this way now.
Oh boy.
Oh, there's a couple of them coming this way. Look.
There's security. They want to know what the freak you're doing with your camera on private property.
What?
I can't. Yeah, we can't hear him.
They didn't lie. Well, they may not be able to hear because they're stupid, but.
I can't hear you.
Why don't you come over here? Why are you shouting at me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk closer.
Because you're far away, you
Uh-huh.
dumbasses. That's why they're shouting to you.
Lift the back up left.
Hang on, guys.
It's like I'm gonna point the arrow to the very thing that says I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
But wait a minute. So is it actually private property past that sign, or are they on a public sidewalk? I am actually having a hard time interpreting what we're looking at here because I was busy on my phone. I agree. I understand, but
no, it's all right. Apparently, they're on a private. Well, I guess beyond that sign is private property, and they're on public sidewalk right here.
so that might be an actual Karen.
Oh, tubby guy there. Yeah, he's an actual Karen. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about this lady back here in the back? No, I don't know. Yeah.
No, well, the people yelling that you're on private property. I mean, technically they're not, are they?
Okay, it's difficult when you're talking about perimeter lines as to where. So this drive right here obviously goes directly up to the whatever company this is. So this drive here may be a private drive. Now, there are requirements. I don't know if he's in Raleigh. I don't know what the city requirements are, but there are requirements to post where something, you can't post like private property, sounds like too close where somebody could miss it, like up there at the corner. That you have to post and resist, because if someone makes the turn and drives in, they still need to be able to be given a chance to see it. So, like, if someone were to accidentally turn down that drive, it's like, oh, dang, we're on private property, we need to U-turn and we need to go back.
Right.
So there's concessions that need to be made. I don't know what they specifically are in
Well,
Raleigh.
there's definitely no point for a person to loiter on a private drive that only leads to a private business.
Exactly,
When
right.
once they find out they can't really go that way anyways.
Especially when they already walked up to the sign, and they may have walked past it. We couldn't tell because he was filming the security guard. He had zoomed in on the security guard. The security guard came out and was like, "What the hell are these people doing? Just standing there filming." So and then
said, I have been in a situation one time where we were in Calgary, and it was near the IKEA, and it was like the middle of the frigging night, and it was like this big, like commercial park, right? Like there's really big roads, like overpasses and everything, but it's all just like malls, and everything shut down at night over there. And we were just meeting up with our cars, and we were sitting pulled over like it was an intersection, but the one intersection is like barricaded and it goes nowhere. And we were parked in there, and we were literally just leaning against our cars talking. And the security guard rolled up and told us we had to leave because we were on private property. But like, see, when I was younger, I was like, fuck you, we're on private property. But I guess now as an adult, we probably were on private property. But like, I don't know. It was like we were sitting on the edge it was like we would be pulled over on the road. We weren't like that was our argument. We're like, could you leave? Because we're like just sitting here having a conversation, and you're actually bothering us now.
You see, it's funky. It's the same argument kind of applies like my house. So my house, and everybody who owns a house is familiar with this. Your property line doesn't actually go to the sidewalk. Okay. So the sidewalk is public access. That's a public thoroughfare. But your property line doesn't go to the sidewalk.
Yeah, you don't own the sidewalk in most cities.
But even your front yard.
You're required to mow the bitch, Bo.
Exactly. You're required to maintain it, but that's not technically your property. But your property line, the actual border line, doesn't even go all the way to the sidewalk. There's actually sometimes a 2 to 3 foot space, sometimes even bigger than that, where the city still has access, because that's where the access to your line is that goes to your house to the sewer. So the city needs to be able to access that. That's technically not your property either.
That's why if you can prove that the roots are on their property when your sewer backs up, they fucking pay for it.
So this argument that they're making here could technically be like, I could technically go up to someone's lawn and walk in like the front margin in that space on their front lawn and be like, I'm not on your property, I'm technically right. But they can still make an argument, get the hell off my lawn, and get off my property.
Nate's got a good point.
Yeah, so
I mean, that was the thing. I will say that the event ended with the police being called, and I would say it was a hot pursuit, except they passed us in a critical juncture where there was no choice but to not be a hot pursuit because there was a clover leaf, and we all went different directions like an explosion had occurred. So, but yeah, all that had happened is the guy kept driving by, and so he's like, let's just get in our cars and follow him slowly. Like we even stopped at the stoplights and everything, but like we were just like 3 cars creeping along with him, and then Buddy rolls up beside him. I'll tell you, it's funny. The Buddy rolls up beside him and he's just looking out the window, and then the guy blows through a red light, and we all roll up in a line. He's like, he's calling the police. Let's go. And we were just out of there.
Yeah.
We passed the canine unit right as we entered the clover leaf. It was kind of fucked up. I guess he called us in as terrorists or something. I don't know.
Here comes another one behind him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, she's up.
They're gonna walk.
Got something to drink?
No, we're not doing that. Here we go.
Can we help you?
Do we know you?
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll send him
Hang on,
back.
hang on.
I'll text him and tell him to back.
I didn't ask for no help.
No, we're good.
On private property.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
Sure, just
That's sad.
Then you
Yes,
really?
What's going on with you?
Don't worry about it. You got to answer.
Come on.
I know. Well, see, we just made you walk all the way down here for nothing.
Could you guys please leave the premises?
No.
You're on private property.
How about we are not?
No, we're not ready.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not ready.
Okay.
I'm not ready. Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Maybe
Next time you come back, bring some water with you.
Yeah, and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, come
always
on.
so
Bring me some
funny,
water, man. I'm
mate.
fat.
Yeah, me too.
I'm fat. I'm out of shape. I'm hot.
Hey, Beth Meadows.
Well, there's ways you
The
can handle
security
that.
guard that walked up here. See, two people that's not even security walks up here and says, hang on, and says that we own private property.
That's an important distinction. Order last thing says so you can't stop someone from walking across your easement, but it may be a little fuzzy legally if you stand there for a prolonged period.
Right, loitering.
That's true. Yeah, there's a loitering thing. You can loiter in public, right? Especially you're talking about in front of businesses or from somebody's house. You can still be considered loitering, which is.
I don't know how I feel about a loitering law. Fair enough, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. Here's the thing: I don't want some fucking.
Like, if I just want to stand somewhere, I mean, you can kind of eat my dick.
You know,
like at the end of the day, like if I'm just. That's what our argument with the security guard, where we fucked up, was stalking him with our cars.
Yeah,
like,
and again, we're not talking about somebody just kind of standing around. We're talking about this fucking douchebag and his whoever the fuck's with him. Sitting there trying to elicit this type of reaction.
This is exactly why the rule was made, essentially, so they can come out and give, like, and be like, you're loitering, and wave a wand at them, basically.
Pretty much.
Which is, I guess, what they fight for, They fight against those unjust laws. Of course, they don't understand they were made because of idiots like them. The normies got sick of them.
Yeah.
Property. So what's the security guard for?
I don't know. He's older.
You know what I mean?
What's
Think
the
about
security
that.
guard for?
And see, if y'all can see right
That is
there,
true,
what does
Darcy.
that
That's a
say
good
right
point.
there? Can y'all see that? That says
Eat my
private
wood.
property.
That should be a new
See where the
t-shirt.
sidewalk's at?
Eat my
That's
wood.
public
Brady
property.
Beaver.
TM's brainy.
Because that sign didn't have private road on it. I know. What's the
factory workers?
what are the damn
Or just
security
eat
guards
wood.
for? If two
Eat
workers
wood.
come out here.
I like eat my
They're probably the ones that
Eat my wood.
Yes, CFW.
He should be
is with me.
holding
Let's get out of the road a
it
little
like
bit.
he's offering it up then.
Yeah.
Yes, a beaver holding up wood to eat
Like-
my wood.
Yeah, CFW.
He's just holding it towards you like a little stump in your face.
Wait a minute.
I don't know why.
Don't take my picture. Don't take my picture. But I'm in public.
I see your freckles now. Yeah, close up. I just zoomed in. I seen your freckles.
She hates women too. That's what's funny about her.
Wait a minute. Are we watching North Carolina Oxygen Hunter like work his game? Is that what we're watching? He's like trying to work his game on this lady? Ugh.
Well, that's
Oh,
CFW. She hates women. Like she doesn't like she posts videos, like multiple videos on her channel where she's just like, these female officers. Meanwhile, she has her breasts as well as best she can. Anyways.
Is this a Mark Sargent, Patricia Steele situation?
Oh.
Where Sargent was just like so into her, and she's just kind of like,
I felt so bad for him.
and he's just like, he's like,
poor
"Oh,
guy.
yeah,
That guy, he was
no."
so
I wonder
into
if he's still wearing those shorts and that shirt.
Sargent wanted her so bad. She's just
Oh
like,
my God.
oh.
She checked him right into that friend zone too. Like
Marky.
the second he showed up on one of her live streams, showed up at her door. She's like, all right, here's your key to the fucking friend zone. Don't fucking come
Hey,
out.
we all got to learn. We've all got to learn what the friend zone's about at some point or another. Some people are late blossomers. Poor Mark.
Yep. John Rapp says, littering and loitering sound familiar for a reason. Also, it's not illegal to swat pests in the U.S., right? And that's true. It's very true.
I had it on me, so what?
I got you. Just step over this way, just so you're away from it. That's all I'm worried about.
I'm not reaching for. Bo, look at me.
I know. Just step over here for me.
Look
That's all
at me,
I'm asking.
dude.
Very simple. Very simple. Let's go ahead and do that.
Hang
okay?
on. Let me do
Okay,
this.
you can do that. Just step over here.
I'm stepping, dude. Just
Okay.
give me a fucking minute.
All right.
Why
what's
should
the
he give
deal?
you a
Why-
fucking
why-
no deal. What do you mean
We're
deal?
calling you guys.
You fat piece
There's
of
no deal.
Okay, well, the business is calling you guys.
Okay,
and you're taking pictures
and?
of people coming and leaving.
Sure enough. Absolutely.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, there's always a reason for stuff.
Okay, well, you
What's
mind
your name? I can't
elaborating me with on what that
Harris? Is that?
Yes.
BS Harris.
Do you mind elaborating on what the reason is you're out here?
I don't got to tell you all that, man.
You don't, but I'm just asking so I can inform them.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell them we doing whatever we can do out here.
See, and that's the problem that I have with these dumb fuckers. All of them, right?
See, it's not about informing. It's about
Exactly.
being a jackass. It's always the same thing. They say they're out there to inform, and they never inform. They just some of them won't say anything. Even they'll literally just be silent because they know that that's the best way to creep people out.
Right. I get a lot of flack every time I cover that I'm an asshat press fucker. Oh, he's so good at what he does. He's such a this, he's such a that. Like, no, he's not. He's one of the biggest pieces of shit out there.
Like Kern
this whole idea-
County.
Yeah, all these fools that are we're out here educating people on the First Amendment and can you tell me what the Third Amendment is? Fuck off. You guys are all bullshit. Every single one of you. You're a fucking liar. You're a bad faith actor. If you're really there to I am against it, Chris. Yeah, that's it. Works, Dave Malik. But if you're really there to educate people, you would let them know, hey, especially the public, right? You don't want to tell the people at the fucking post office for whatever reason or the pickle factory or the pharmaceutical company what you're doing. When members of the public come up and ask what's going on, you know, talk about, well, this is public. Yeah, they're part of the public too, so they own that building too, according to your bullshit logic. So therefore, they have a vested interest in knowing what you're doing there. So yes, when a member of the public comes and asks you what the fuck you're doing, you should probably just say, hey, this is what I'm fucking doing. For two reasons. One, because you say that's what you're there to begin with. You say you're there to educate people, but you don't educate shit. And two, that's another person who has a quote vested interest in that building, trying to figure out what you're doing to his or her building. Real simple, fuckers.
So somebody sells "I am not Mark Sargent" shirts.
That's funny.
Dude, was it? I was Nate from New Zealand said, I'm just waiting for Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys to jump out and start rambling about his kitties being scared.
Look at them Sasquatches.
Yep, and it's correct because it's about being a dick.
Yep.
It's about being a dick.
Legally allowed. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. But
Well, it ain't got to make sense.
okay. Well, all I'm asking you is don't go on their property.
I've never been on their property. I don't need your
I'm-
directives. I don't need them. I'm
Well, I'm
grown.
just telling you
I'm
'cause they're
grown.
gonna trespass
I'm
you.
grown. Okay. This place is, dude. I don't care.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
They
need
can
to
trespass
know.
on
They're
there.
Looking for a scene to make or something
No,
like that.
I'm out here recording.
Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. Nail on the head, officer.
That's what I'm doing.
Making a scene. Got it.
No,
Okay.
man. What
Just don't go on
scene?
their property.
What scene?
Trespass.
You making a scene. You're being disorderly. Would you calm down? You're being
Making a
disorderly.
scene. Got it.
So stop.
That's all I'm
Stop with
asking.
directives. I don't want to hear
That's all I'm
nothing.
asking.
Stop
Just
talking.
Don't go on their
Just
private
stop
property,
talking.
okay? That's it.
Stop talking.
That's it. That's all
I don't
I'm
need to. I don't listen to you. You're not my daddy.
I'm just
Okay?
informing you about what's
I don't.
See, here's the thing. This is what this fat fuck doesn't realize is that by escalating the situation the way he escalates, he now can be considered a public nuisance.
Yes.
And disturbing the peace. And he
Disturbing
can
the
be
peace.
arrested for this.
Yeah, well, he could be cited for it.
Well,
So,
yeah, cited, right. Yeah, there you go.
I don't care what you got to say.
Okay, that's it.
Then go home. Be gone.
Okay, that's all, man. I'm just having a conversation.
I'm a grown man. I do what I please.
I see that.
Okay.
I see that.
I see that.
What was
He
that?
technically doesn't
You're
have
dismissed.
to.
She said.
Technically,
Oh,
he
you're
has
hard of hearing.
jurisdiction.
Yeah, actually.
And he could stay
I am
there.
too. So there you go. There's your partners here.
Okay, that's great. All I'm telling you is you can't go on
You
their
don't
private
need to
property.
tell me nothing. I'm a grown man. I know the laws and what not to do.
Well, I'm just
I'm
Johnny,
grown.
pause it real quick. I did my best to emulate this man's energy when I was talking to Chili. Wait, it was like, so you're not interested in evidence? Okay, that's all I needed. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go over here and do with this. He's like, I'm trying to educate people. Yeah, well, you're wrong.
Yeah,
And this, I did my best. I hope I did this man justice by emulating his energy. He just was like, okay, so you're just here to make a scene. Okay, got it. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
good.
that's all.
And went away for 4 days. Not even like 3 nights. And this thing is just a suck now. Suck.
Oh, Beaver and his kitty.
How, you done said that 4 times.
I know. And just, that's my
Four,
point.
there,
'Cause I don't
you want
wanna
to say it
see you- I don't
again?
wanna see you get
Say
in
it 5
trouble.
times. It'll
I don't
mean
wanna
a
see
lot.
you get in trouble for
It'll mean
going
a
on
lot
private
if you say it
property.
5 times. It'll actually
Stop
stick.
looking at
Go on the private property, you're going to get charged.
Five
for
times.
trespassing.
There you go.
Yeah.
What an idiot. What an idiot, dude.
As long as you understand.
Yeah.
Understand that as well.
Hey, I understand that. You understand that? You do you understand this?
Look
You
at how
understand
the
that? You want to turn
informing
it
he's
up?
doing.
You understand that?
Turn it up.
I thought you were going.
Yeah. That's not saying you're number
him.
one either. So go.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? Oh, good job there, officer.
I thought you were growing.
I thought you
Yeah.
were growing.
That's not saying you're number one either. So go back to work.
So I'm just gonna go talk to him. Yeah, Fred, he's just trying to. Yeah, first. I'll take care.
Yep. What's your name, sir? Sir.
Don't get your wife, don't get your dog.
Sir. Are you deaf too? Deaf and dumb, just like the first one.
Look, you didn't have to answer your question, dumbass. That's another thing, right? So that's one thing that also kills me about these fucking idiots is that they want to sit there and talk about, well, it's a policy, it's a policy, it's a policy. You know, I don't have to follow it. Yet when it's the officer's policy to identify name and badge number when requested, it's not a law, but it's a policy. And these fuckers get all bent out of shape. Oh, it's your policy to identify. Well, they don't have to. They don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look at this. She's a sausage.
well, yes, road no last name. I absolutely would love to see that too. I'd love to see these asshats trying to audit a biker bar. Yep. Somebody else said something else here. See, Dave Malik, this is part of the problem too, right? Because of this behavior, we're starting to see states and cities and municipalities push back and restrict other people's rights to press, freedom of speech, etc., because of these people's bad behavior.
If you think the 8-foot rule in Arizona is going to be the end of it, it
No.
won't be. It's going to take different forms.
Yep.
Whether or not they're brought up in their past and then they're rescinded because they violate some constitutional provision, it doesn't matter. We're going to see more of it. It's going to take different forms. It's going to be different distances. It's going to be. Here's my big question: is I want an official I want the Supreme Court to rule on what exactly denotes press and what denotes independent journalism, because
So,
as it stands,
hang on a second. The Supreme Court has ruled on this.
Okay.
I cannot remember the court case, but if I remember correctly, essentially they say that anybody can be press. I believe were the words in the decision that they can be. Doesn't mean that they are. But some people like to take that run with that. Well, the Supreme Court said anybody can be pressed. Yeah, well, yes, you can be pressed. But we have to think about what that means to be pressed, to be news, right? What is news? Just isn't putting your fucking camera and capturing shit. That's not news.
Well, I would like a legal distinction be made between press and journalism, between the two, because you can be a journalist and not technically work for the press. Because that's why they have things like press access and press badges and press credentials.
Sure, but even independent journalists with the right book or the right body of work can still get press credentials at certain areas. You know what I mean? I've worked as an independent journalist for a long time, and it's never. And the bitch of it is, it's a little bit. You got to put up a little bit more pushback from people whom you try to interview. But if you identify who you are and what you're doing, that's where the ethical stand comes in, right? If I just go up and do what these jackasses are doing, right? This is what we would call ambush journalism at best.
Right.
Let's say
but
there is a story.
There's still,
here, right?
like someone said, Parade Edges says respect. They said, well, I would say journalistic ethics. There's a code to journalism. And these guys obviously, these people don't follow. There's journalistic ethics, and these people do not follow that.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's again, it's another issue I have with these fools is that you want to sit there and operate under the blanket of press, but your problem is you're not acting as someone who you're not acting as if you were someone who's in the press. You're not. Being combative. There's a difference between asking difficult questions and not taking bullshit answers for difficult questions and being overly combative, being an agitator. And that's all these fucking idiots are, agitators. What's up, Facty?
I can't get rid of this thing.
I think we're getting to the point where eventually, I think one of the big distinctions going to be made is that people running around under the guise of saying that they're the press and that they have press protections. There's going to have to be some sort of distinction made, and so it may be that unless you are officially licensed as the press, where you get some sort of thing, and then or if you work for a particular entity, if there's a requirement for you to have press credentials, like actually work for an established journalism entity, like you work for the paper or whatever. Doesn't matter how small it is, you just have to be working under that capacity. That way you have those, so working in the capacity gives you those protections, but just wandering around pointing a camera at things doesn't make you a reporter. It doesn't make you a journalist.
Exactly. See, the thing you got to think about, and when you're talking about news, what is newsworthy? Is this shit newsworthy? Is standing on somebody's fucking at the border between public and private property, hoping that you get exactly this, you get this type of reaction?
Tony Regime said the press doesn't create the story; they report the story.
Right.
And there's no story here unless they create one.
Right. And that's the point. So what they're doing is not newsworthy, so therefore they are not press. Anyway, let's see what else that double R does.
Deaf and dumb, just like the first one.
Bam!
Sorry. Yeah.
See if I can get them close up here. See where they go. There they are.
Looking for the curve.
Yeah. Yeah, he got really close too, man. He was right up on me.
Right up on you?
No, it didn't work, remember? It was all fuzzy, so I'm just going to stat it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I love this little camera right here, but I'm zooming. They just are laughing and chucking it up. I can't keep it still though. Yeah, he's wiping his sweat off his eye, off his head, like them motherfuckers.
The further you are away, the more it shakes. Why does it do that?
It's not. It's
because it's
probably
zoomed
hot
tight,
out there.
man. Look how I can see the pimples on his face.
You're freaking like Jake is steady. It's not like you're doing anything. It's just a zoom when it goes that
Yeah,
far
look
out.
at him. He's looking over here now.
The zoom is just so far out.
Yeah, it is.
I know, Aaron. No, I understand that they're standing on a public roadway, and I don't have a problem with people standing on a public roadway, right? Like Brandon was talking about the loitering thing. There isn't, like, you fucking standing outside my building, you're not causing any problems. I don't give a fuck. Stand there all you want. Don't give a shit. But it's the fact that these fools are, you're wasting your time. But it's the fact that these fools are agitating people. They're going out with the intent to get this stuff under the guise of freedom of press.
Yeah.
And they're not press. I'm sorry, you're not press. There's nothing newsworthy about what you're doing.
Writing in your dream journal doesn't make you a journalist.
If they were to like be straightforward and actually say that they literally just film in public locations where we're legally allowed to be standing and stuff, because this is what we do, and they actually even tried to tell them. Instead, they kind of pseudo do that, where they always, we're informing them, and that way they don't flesh it out and explain exactly what they're doing. They just give them little half answers and stuff, and of course it creates enough mystique that they, of course, especially with shootings and stuff nowadays. I mean, you can appreciate. It's funny, like. It's like Chili, like the same asshole. It's like, I gotta be careful when people sneak up on me, fuck. And he's like running up on cops while they're doing stops and stuff like that. He doesn't see the parallels.
And that's hilarious because he reacted so weird because he came up behind me and he put his hand on my shoulder when I was talking to somebody else. So I was talking to another gentleman.
I don't know when this happened.
This is when I confronted Chili. Like directly.
Where?
In Oklahoma, here in Oklahoma. Last week. It was last Monday.
I've been super busy the last couple weeks. So
you literally subscribed to my channel like 2 weeks ago. So I'm done.
So there you go.
But anyway,
then it should be fresh.
But I went down there and I would say it turned into a confrontation. Originally, I just went down there I literally went down there to ask him one question. I wanted to pose one question to him and get his response. That was my entire intention. And oh, my friend, That escalated quickly.
Put his hand on your shoulder. Hey, how about you not touch me, you fucking.
And so he was standing there. I was talking to him, and then he went to go talk. And then, like, we were at a gas station, and then the manager of the gas station came out to talk to us, and then he went to go talk to her. And I was standing there, and I was talking to the guy who was with Chili. I was talking to his friend, or whoever he was with. And then Chili came up behind me and put his hand on my shoulder, and I was like, "Yo, dude, don't touch me." And he was like, "Hey, what's your problem, man? I'm just trying to be all nice and congenial." I was like, "Dude, just don't touch me." And he was like, "Okay." And he put his hand forward, and I was like, "No, I'm." And he went to like shake my hand, and I was like, "No, I'm good." And I was like, "What? You're not going to shake my hand?" I was like, "No, I don't want your meat beaters on me."
You already touched my shoulder. You're good.
It's like, I don't want your meat beaters on me. I don't want you to touch me. And so, how he reacts to the same shit he throws at people should be the proof positive that he's full of shit.
Darcy wants to know the important question. Did you go through a decontamination chamber?
I felt scuzzy.
Did you rub yourself in Purell and take a shower?
He actually messaged me that night and told me he was starting to feel like a Power Ranger. So that shit is contagious.
There you go. Brainy, you missed the best one. There you go. This was just for you, Brainy.
He didn't touch me long enough to gain my Zord powers.
I knew I was going to get you.
That's amazing. Oh my god, the people that think of shit.
That's a good one.
Aaron Reese says, "I went home and pulled a crying game."
Yep. Jail took a long shower. You ever seen that scene in Ace Ventura? Yeah, it was Jail.
God, no! I just, it was just weird because he pulled that same stunt on people, and he does that, and then he balks when someone throws it back at him. It's like, dude,
so I
don't come up behind me, don't put your hands on me.
Yeah.
Hey, don't talk to the cops unless you're telling on Kate.
Right, or on Jail, apparently. But yeah.
Wait, so is that what happened with that church?
Well, they're at the fucking at the I forget where it was. Doesn't matter. With the cops on the inside, right? And Chili's like, "Oh, excuse me, officer. Jail's out here. Gonna call the problem, officer." Like,
okay. So Brainy, to give context, what
there's
was
no
it?
context needed.
There is context. There is context needed. So because Brainy didn't see it. And the live stream is up where I go over this with Irish Demon. And so, but nonetheless, we were out there at the Keeler Tribal Complex in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. My brain always wants to say Temecula for some reason, but Tahlequah, Oklahoma. We were down there at the Keeler Tribal Complex. He was doing a demonstration. He was grifting off of a woman who was having some legal issues. Grifting off of her name is Deborah, and they were trying to do this little demonstration thing, like a public demonstration, that nobody showed up for, except for me and this other guy named AJ. Anyway, we're standing like 20, 25 feet away from them, and AJ took it upon himself, this older guy, he's an awesome dude, the dude was really, really cool, to start playing music. He played the Eagles on his cell phone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't loud enough to disturb the peace, but it was loud enough to hear. And so Chili gets upset that he's playing music. So he starts rattling on the friggin' window to get like one of the officers inside, one of the tribal security officers' attention, that they need to come out and make us go away. And the officer's like, I can't. Like, you're there doing your thing. They're not, like, they're standing over there doing their thing. And if it's a counter demonstration, I can't stop them. They're allowed to do that. They're not causing a scene or hurting anybody. So
yeah, because even if it is a counter, that's the thing. Even if you literally are there to cause problem with them, it's like it's a counter protest now.
It's a counter demonstration.
We're here because those asshats are here.
It was AJ. So AJ's doing this. Then Chili makes the threat that I'll just go over there and knock. He says, "I'll just walk over there and knock their phone out of their hand." And I was like, and so I hear this, and I'm like, what the hell? But I don't say anything because he's engaged in. Well, I'm just filming. And then Chili makes a beeline at AJ, and then I immediately in my head I'm thinking, room for the Holy Spirit. And I got and I stepped in between the two of them because I saw him beelining for AJ. Now my eyes weren't on AJ. AJ's a bit of an older dude, and when somebody just rolls up on you, the chances of you being startled, fall down, could potentially hurt yourself like that. I've seen this shit happen. I've seen more people get hurt from accidents in situations than people actually fighting. So I stepped in between. I was put my hands out and I stepped in between him and was kind of like, whoa, hey. Chili then kept walking, turned around and put his back to me, and then back checked me, body checked me into AJ. At which point I was like,
I love how he's happy to assault people and then talks about criminality all the time.
Right,
you
and
know?
so then I could.
And he somehow doesn't think that's assault. Like he's like, well, I didn't see myself do it.
And so then he starts saying that like I got in the way of him walking. It's like, what are you walking backwards? It's like, but nonetheless, even if he was walking backwards and he backed into me, that's still his fault because he wasn't
Exactly
watching
what
where
he
he was
did to
going.
Kate too. It's exactly what he did.
Exactly,
The backup
same
and
stuff he
check him.
pulled on Kate. So then I said,
it's an old routine from people that go to the bar and like to pick fights.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Good night, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat.
Night, Mr. Schrodinger's cat.
night,
So
night.
I hollered at the tribal officer, says, this guy just assaulted me. I'd like to press charges. And Chili gets all inflamed and pissed off. I didn't assault you, blah, blah, blah. And just going like this. And eventually the tribal security officer, guy's name was Tracy Robertson, he's a good dude. Literally like puts his hand out to like for Chili to back up, and he leans into me and he's like, do you want to press charges? I was like, yes, I would like to press charges.
You could tell this guy was an ass. See, this is the thing that Chili doesn't understand. He's like, he immediately makes the cop not like him.
Right.
And it's like, he's like, this guy's the JL's the one telling the truth here.
Right.
And he just leans into me he just kind of leans in real close.
I have to ask you, JL, really quickly before we go further. That chair must be brand new. And by the way, I have to, or isn't it? Did you just get
a few, I would say 6 months, maybe?
Okay, so here's what I have to say to you. Is that not, I've been telling Johnny, is that not the most comfortable chair you have ever sat in your entire existence?
I can tell you this right now. All the chairs I used beforehand always exacerbated my lower back. Because I got
exactly.
lower back.
Your
This
lower
chair,
fucking back. Oh my God, it's
I have
beautiful.
sat in this chair. I have sat in this chair for 10 hours straight. And never had an issue. My back doesn't bug me. My legs don't bother me. This thing is so supportive.
And I'm going to tell you one thing too. Here's the other kick. I was buying medium expensive chairs. I know these pillows are amazing. But I was buying the other thing for everybody out there. I was spending decent money every 2.5 to 3 years on chairs that were good enough, like office chairs that weren't going to hurt my lower back, like good, decent chairs, because they do last a little longer. I'm a heavy guy. And I was going through the 2 to 2.5 years, and they were already like, by the time I got rid of them, they were like,
they're kicked off
wobbling
right,
sideways.
Exactly.
Whereas this thing is 3.5 years old now, and it's still rock solid. Like, it's beautiful.
Mark Stoney, just Google Secret Lab.
Secret Lab
chairs.
Secret Lab.
It's literally this. You should get.
They're
you should get a
they're
promotion
very
for this
expensive,
shit.
but I'm gonna actually be honest with you. Where I was going with that is, at this rate, like this was when I bought it was $600. With inflation, I think it's like $800 now. Canadian. But still, what I was gonna say is, but here's the kicker. I'm at 3.5 years now with this thing, and before I was buying a new chair worth about half as much as this every 2.5 years. Yeah. So at this rate, this is actually going to save me money and be a more comfortable, luxurious experience in the process.
And I got this one. I got this because I'm a World of Warcraft fan. So
I got the soft weave.
The custom ordered one. No. We're talking here.
Joshua Lee for $5 says JL washing his hands. I scrub, but they won't get clean.
Just won't get clean.
Brady,
ouch, damn spot.
I'm going to get one. I just don't have $600 to shell out for one right this moment.
Yeah, it wasn't. I know Johnny's already. Don't get me wrong. I don't anymore either, which is why it was good. I did it when I could. Yeah. Because if I had to make the decision today, it'd be Sad Panda.
This was legit. Like the two big purchases when we first completed the deal. We came up here. I was like, I can get things that I need now. You know,
it's faded. I need a new one, and it's going to rip.
I can get things I need now. And the first two major purchases I made,
was Jason
was him,
in the fucking closet,
and this fucking chair. And
now I want to point something out here. He talks about things that he needs.
I needed
the first fucking thing he bought.
Don't
let him bullshit you. The first thing he may have received would have been the chair, but the first thing he fucking bought was that goddamn Jason.
Put that bad boy boy. Custom
You should have got
made.
the real to life Amber Heard as that the quartering had bought like a year and a half ago. Man, that thing's got to have gone up in value though. It had like real life like boobies. I think there was real implants under like artificial human skin essentially on that thing.
Yeah.
Somebody when they took photos of it like speckled her with water too.
So Aaron, these things are they're like $600 after it's all said. For the one that I need because of my size, it's like $600.
Yeah, the thing about Secret Labs is you go to their thing and you tell it how tall you are and what your weight is, and it tells you what chair of like the classes that you need based on your size. Like my wife sits in this chair and she literally can't. She goes like this. She goes. She can't. She can't even get it to pivot back. Whereas for me, I just lean back because I'm the right weight class for this chair.
That's what I absolutely love about this thing. And plus, mostly it was.
You must have the XL or the what do they call it? The X. This is the XC or the larger one, right?
I got the XL.
Yeah,
because
I'm just under XL. I'm just on the Titan.
It was the one that had the best lumbar support, which is what I need. So that my because beforehand in my older office chair, I'd always be there for like 3 or 4 hours, and I would just start feeling that twinge where I got to start leaning forward to kind of stretch.
You can sit in this thing all fucking day. And the thing here, I'm going to warn everybody. I want to say one disclaimer. If somebody out there does buy themselves a Secret Lab chair, JL's going to know what I'm talking about. I don't want you to be shocked when you sit on it for the first time expecting to sink into it. Because what happens is, I'm going to tell you right now, when you sit on it, you expect to sink in because that's been your experience on every seat you sat in, and you will almost bounce off of this thing when it's brand new. And you'll wonder, oh my God, did I make the worst decision of my life? Because how can a seat that is so firm be comfortable? But what you'll realize is 3 hours later, you don't hurt at all.
At all. I let Angela sit it after I assembled it, and it takes a minute to assemble.
You can still knock on the goddamn surface on the bottom of mine.
We're fucking talking about chairs.
Move the story along, please. ADHD has taken me. The Kraken of ADHD took me.
Yeah, I see that. Joshua Lee for $5 says, JL's chair brought to you by the kids department of your favorite furniture store.
Come on, I couldn't help myself. I was like, I'm getting a Secret Lab chair. It's like, I'm getting one. I'd sat in one before. I knew it was what I wanted. I knew I was getting
chair fund.
Yay. I was like, I knew I was going to get one. But then I looked on the website. It's like, they have a Horde chair.
Okay, the only thing I'm going to say is I might do leather in the future, and here's why. I did the soft weave, and there has been articles written about the static. If you live in a dry winter climate, I will literally, my monitors turn off when I get up from the computer because of the fucking static shock that I create. I'll adjust my chair, and I'll have monitors go out.
I did the
and
leather.
Stuff like that.
The leather is gorgeous.
The soft weave builds up a lot of static. No, I'm done.
Macdy for $2.79 Canadian says chair fund. Thank you so
Yay. Get Johnny a Secret Lab.
Oh, look, a chair.
Johnny, if I was a giant YouTuber, I'd buy you a chair just because I love you, buddy.
I would. Yeah. If I was Irish Demon, I would buy you a chair.
Yeah, fucking JL has he's got to be careful there. He's like, if I were, wait, but I do have a lot of money. Shit, I bought Jason. Fuck.
For now, I got the same bills and shitty aspirations as everybody else out there.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I made sound financial decisions, like
sound.
I might do leather.
Like.
Don't get me out there telling your business.
Sound financial decisions, like capitalizing on the real estate market and not having kids.
Josh, leather is fine as long as everybody has a safe word, okay? It's important to establish the safe word beforehand. Yes. And then you can basically go as hard as you want, leather included.
So says, can we move on to coffee tables soon? Yes, actually I do. No, I'm kidding. We're not talking furniture. No goddamn furniture.
IKEA makes great cheap coffee. I'm just kidding. Don't tempt me, motherfucker.
Actually, speaking of which, my glass cases you see behind me are from IKEA. And it's actually one of the best ones because they're only $80 and they're easy to assemble, and these things hold up.
If I have body lotion nearby, does it mean that I was masturbating?
Yes.
Yes.
The fact that you have to ask the question means that you're...
But it's got oatmeal and shea butter. Does that mean less or more now?
It'll be moisturized.
Hey, it's non-greasy formula. At least you leave yourself feeling dry.
Logan Sandman says, Beaver, please ditch the patch on your head and focus on your beard.
Oh,
I am not. Listen, I'm a little long right now. Normally, I actually injured the shit out of myself on the weekend. Johnny knows a bit more than I actually smacked the fuck out of my head, and for a second I couldn't see straight. Like, no joke. Like, it was about 10 seconds. I was like, I remember thinking like, oh, this ain't good. Like, cause everything was fucking all over for a second until my brain finally put the eyeballs straight again. And then, turns out I just have almost like a rip scar here.
Nice.
Keeps crusting up my hair.
NA for $6.66. Sales Eaton says, what about a 5-point harness? What does it say? Alcantara chair. Yeah, what I mean, why not?
Shea butter.
Shea butter. Thank you for that $6. Go to great use. Freight Edges says, for 10 Aussie says, $3.33 each, so you can start a butt molded chair. Bring in your butt, sit in a mold, and get a custom chair. It's actually a good idea.
Actually, Johnny, you can read this next one, and then I have $1 million idea for you.
Joshua Lee for $5 says jail, but wait, there's more.
There's
You're supposed
more.
to spit when you say it, though. You got to spit a little.
But wait, there's more. $1 million idea.
Scream, I imagine.
Yep.
A chicken sandwich food truck, but it's only open on Sundays, and it parks outside of Chick-fil-A's.
There you go.
And it's called.
I don't know if that you're allowed to do that. Are you?
No. And it's called Side Chick.
Side Chick. Very good.
Oh my god, that is funny. Side Chick.
Factory says we need an ejector seat at this point. I agree.
Good times.
Says,
Hey,
Island.
Do you want to know something fun? So, Russia has gotten to the point now where they are scavenging chips out of washing machines and what else was it? It was like washing machines and other like appliances, stoves and things. And like Ukraine has apparently in the wreckage of a helicopter they shot down and a few other things, they found chips that are from domestic appliances. So Russia has now gotten to the point where they're cobbling chips out of domestic appliances and repurposing them.
Repurposing your Samsung fucking washing machine
Wow.
that doesn't know how to wash your clothes. But we're gonna put that in a helicopter.
But it can help. It can help you fight your
basic
insurgency.
input-output system. Let's face it, all these motherboards and circuit boards are just made of chips, and they're all just basic input-outputs. Oh, look at him fucking squeam! Look at that guy go.
Are you trying? Like, you can just see that. Are you trying to annex your neighboring states? Frigidaire.
That's fun though, eh?
Oh man. All right, it's that time. It's time. It's time.
No, it's not.
It's time.
Nah.
It's time. I got tons of stuff to do. You understand? I got
Like
work.
what?
Actually have work to do, JL. You know, work, that thing that you don't have to do anymore because you're.
I work my ass off, sir.
The fuck you do. You don't work. You ain't got no job, JL.
What the
I
fuck
did
do you think this
13,000 steps today, so that's why I looked a little punched out on here. If I did. So, yeah, it was a bit of a busy day.
Rodden last name says Russians have been stealing washing machines and microwaves. Jeez.
Yeah, that's part of the reason they're taking them. But there's always toilets strapped there too. But that's because they don't own toilets. No, there's pictures of tanks with toilets strapped beside the washing machines.
That's funny.
Like porcelain thrones, you know? Where's that?
I'm not a frauditor.
Oh, that yeah.
12,900 and.
What is he showing?
My step count for the day.
Oh, steps.
Yeah.
13,000 basically.
One thing I'm curious about, Johnny, is that despite the fact I know you like to have fun, you like to talk about interesting stuff, except for when you have conspiratorial fucktards for debates against PhD Tony and watch them embarrass themselves.
Sean is he's a little different. He and I disagree.
He's a little different.
I die a little inside every time I punch in. Hey, man. Yeah, working for people. I agree.
I have a job. I die a little inside every time I punch in. Yes.
You haven't you haven't commented lately on what's going on in Texas, because Texas. I mean, you live in Texas, and so does Team.
Is that the place with a power grid made of Chinese umbrellas for like drink umbrellas?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
So but you don't like Texas is quickly becoming. Whatever Greg Abbott is doing, whatever bug is up his ass.
I don't know. I think Greg Abbott is trying to position himself for a presidential run. I think that's what he's doing. So he's really pandering to the Trump side of that base, right? Because he thinks it's going to help him get it. He's going to try and make himself appealing to the Trump supporters, but without being too much Trump, if that makes sense.
He's trying
Have
to
Trump supporters started to realize that he legitimately was trying to make you a dictatorship? Have they figured that out yet? Have they come to that conclusion?
It's coming out in the January 6th hearings. They're slowly, step by step.
Yeah.
See, this is what I like about the January 6th hearings, is that there's video evidence. There's behind the scenes stuff that was never released to the public. They have that. We're getting all of it. This is the way, this is essentially how looking at evidence should go. We are going to walk through this shit one step at a time and reveal everything. And then every time we get to a point where we need to explain something, here's the witnesses that we're going to bring up and get their testimonies. Everyone, that's why it's going so slowly.
It's a witch hunt, JL. It's a goddamn witch hunt. The biggest witch hunt ever. Sorry.
I've heard so many people talk about how I was like, why is it going so slowly? Why don't they do like this? No, because they want that transparency for the American people. The whole point is everyone needs to see this, and every little bit that comes out, and that I'm
right
watching
or
it.
left. Like, it shouldn't be like a. Like a partisan thing when a person tries to make a democracy into an autocracy. That's the thing, unfortunately, and they see it as a left versus right thing, but really it's like, I don't, if it was left or right. I mean, if Justin Trudeau tomorrow tried to make us an autocracy, I'd have just as much problem with it. It doesn't matter which way I vote.
Right.
It's
stupid. But what it's looking like to me now that I'm out of Texas and not surrounded by fucking Texans anymore. Now it's people who comment on Texans, which is even funnier. Coming from.
Did you hear that, Johnny? Did you hear that fucking disdain, Johnny? Surrounded by fucking Texans.
Mm-hmm. You are.
Did you hear that?
Okay, hang on a sec. I lived in Texas for over 30 years.
Set jail on fire.
I moved to Texas from California. I cannot tell you for like the first 15 years that I lived in Texas, how often when it came, I used to hide the fact that I came from California. And Johnny understands why.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny understands implicitly why someone would hide the fact that they came from California, even though I moved there with my family and I had no choice. Yeah. My mom switched jobs. So we came to Texas, and when I told him, he's like, I was proud to be from California. I was from San Diego. I love that town. I was proud to be from Southern California. Yeah. And I would tell people that, and I cannot tell you the litany of shit that I would get just from having been born and having the audacity to have been born somewhere else.
You know, the problem with that shit is, and this happens in Texas too, right? It's too often that a certain place gets lumped in with politics. You know, because California is a beautiful state, like Northern California, Southern California.
Yes, all of it.
Some of the pictures I've seen of California where you've got like why did they mow that much lawn? I don't even understand. It's like a big
from the Bay
It was like
Area.
an entire valley of mowed lawn for nothing but the fact that it was beautiful and mowed.
From the Bay Area to fucking Baja, from the Bay Area to Baja, the whole goddamn state. I love the whole damn state.
And
the only part of California I don't like.
I don't think it was a golf course I was looking at. It was just like a whole bunch of perfectly mowed lawn.
Probably.
I mean, you know what I mean? It was like a park. I don't know what it was. It was beautiful. It was like rolling hills.
Yes. Frayed edges. I want to drive that whole coast. The PCH is amazing. Yeah. From the Bay Area to fucking Baja, I love the entire state. The only part of California I don't like is fucking LA.
Never
proper.
been to Cali.
I don't like LA. This is because I just don't like the city.
The city, Los Angeles is it could be. It's traffic for me, but I didn't mind Los Angeles. Like I said, I spent a lot of time.
Well, it's really nice to go drive through the touristy parts and then get the fuck out, kind of thing.
Exactly, it's a place you want to visit, but you don't.
It's kind of like South Beach in Miami. Like you don't really want to stay there. You just want to have dinner and go.
Right.
But
Well,
back to
but
it.
here's
So
the thing. What I was going to say is, if you take a look, California's a beautiful thing. So is Texas. There's a lot of beautiful shit out in Texas too. People like, well, what's in Texas? Well, you've got West Texas. That's gorgeous, right? Big Bend area is fucking amazing out there. It's one of some of the quietest and clear skies I've ever seen. Great camping. A lot of fun things to do in Texas. A lot of awesome things to do in Texas. And it's too often that we allow a political alignment to, I hate Texas. Do you hate Texas, or you just not agree with the politics? I hate California. You hate California, or you just not agree with the politics? And what people don't realize, the state of Texas has a huge liberal population. Huge.
The population of Canada right in Texas.
Right. California has a huge Republican population.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you said, sorry, I didn't hear your sentence. Well, you just said huge population. I didn't quite hear that. My apologies.
Right. And that's the thing. People say, well, because in a presidential election, everyone knows that Texas is going to be red and California is going to be blue. Therefore, this is a Republican state. Well, in a presidential election, yes. In certain counties, yes. But Dallas County is as blue gets. San Antonio is as blue gets. Fort Worth, that's starting to become blue. Out in Tarrant County, it's starting to become blue. And, it's just a whole bunch. People's got to stop looking at the entire state. I hate this state because of this. No, you don't like the politics. This is fucking, call it what it is, I mean, I don't particularly care for the politics of North Carolina extremists, but I'm not going to be like, fuck North Carolina. I'm going to go check it out. It's fucking nice. There's a lot of beautiful things to see. Just silliness. Anyway, that's the end of my rant.
But as I'm sitting here outside of Texas now, looking in and seeing the arguments that the things that that Abbott is doing and things that Patrick is doing, things that they're saying and their behaviors in the wake of things like Uvalde and Roe v. Wade, and then seeing what Beto was trying to do, and then Beto picking up steam and being a threat to Abbott. It looks to me like Greg Abbott is. You say he's possibly going for a presidential bid.
I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to,
He's trying to pull the DeSantis. Is essentially what he's trying to do.
Right.
Trying to make himself look good to this particular form of the GOP right now. But what he's ultimately doing is what it looks to me is like he's setting up Texas as being like the how to describe it, to be the battleground between, or say if you have almost like the headquarters for this religious right, this Christian nationalist movement, to where it's almost like a safe haven for them.
Right.
Where they're all welcome there, they can all come there. We're passing laws to get all of the blue idiots out and to make it basically unlivable for anybody who doesn't agree with these policies. They'll all go away. Everyone's welcome to come here and move here. And I'm kind of like, what he's essentially doing is he's trying to create a stronghold for a particular a particular ideology in the GOP, of a particular brand of red-minded individuals, which could have long-lasting repercussions if he's able to pull it off. If he loses and Beto comes in, all that's gonna end. But I don't know. But from someone who's still living there, as things are getting hotter,
here's the thing:
and lines are being drawn. I'm kind of curious.
I think, and this is what I think strategically, I think he wants Beto to win. He wants Beto to win. I think strategically he wants Beto to win. And I'll tell you why. Because he'll be able to use that. You look what happened when the liberal agenda took over Texas. I'm going to put a stop to that nationally.
Possibly.
Telling you.
That's a terrifying thought, Abbott as president.
Yeah. Tough to do that when Texans talk about succession. I know how to add, so I know they'll fail. So I dare them to. Forgetting a lot of innocent Texans will suffer too. Yeah, that's just smoke and mirrors when Texas.
Well, where did you get the chat right here? This whole stream, I haven't noticed that we get the chat inside the StreamYard window.
Yep.
You've been sitting on private chat the whole time?
I have 4 monitors, so I was just I was over here in the stream, right?
I got to tell you, actually, that's not necessarily the case. Some of the redder parts of Texas, the property taxes are much higher. Where I live now versus where I lived 4 years ago, yeah, the property taxes are like night and day. But anyway, I don't want to get too deep into politics because I don't really like talking.
We already went too far. It was my fault. I brought up well, somebody else brought it up, and then I said the Trump thing, and then yeah, it's all good.
Well, it's just because you don't really comment on what's going on these days, and it's wild. It's interesting to me because you don't. I mean, given that you're a father, you have 3 daughters.
I do.
Who are coming of age? What's going on in your state? What your governor is trying to do? The current, the battle between
whether or not everybody needs to wear a fucking hat with cameras on it and shit.
Whether I mean,
Governor Chili,
literally what I consider the battle for Texas's soul. Between Abbott and Beto. So
yeah. The only thing that I'll say is that because of some of the legislation that has passed recently within the past few years, my wife and I are looking into organizations that help get underprivileged people to the polls. Again, here's the thing. I don't give a damn how you want to. I don't care if you're Republican, Independent, Green Party, Blue. I don't give a fuck. If you want to vote and I can get you to a polling place, I'm going to take you there. Period. Because I believe that the more people if we can get the majority of the people to vote, and I mean
unless they're voting for the other guy, and then you're not. I'm just kidding.
I don't care. No, I don't care. I don't care.
I know that's not the point of voting. I know.
Right. I would rather look. Here's the thing.
But doesn't it make you sad though to know that people that light their gas tank on fire trying to put out a spider or kill a spider that was in their gas hatch those people have a 1-to-1 vote with you, remember? Doesn't that make you sad a little bit?
Like I said, I think that we need to get as many people to the polls as possible to have a more accurate representation of what people want. And that's the issue. When we have when 40%, when that's considered good, 40% of the population got out and vote. Oh, it's a great day for voting. No, it's not.
No,
half of the voting population.
100% needs to get out and
anything less than 90% is
this way. With 100% of people voting, we're not going to get stuff like what happened in Georgia recently, where embryos can now be declared as dependents on your taxes.
I just saw that. That was on Philip DeFranco today. I watched that.
Hey, listen, this is insanity.
I think that's perfect pushback for. I mean, if we're going to consider them a life, then yeah, I want.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're doing it as far as counter protesting, if you
I don't even think that's what that was about. Was it?
It wasn't. It wasn't. Just
I think it's just that they now fall within a definition or something like that.
Or that lady who said that, who was driving solo in the HOV lane in Texas, got pulled over because she was violating HOV, and she said no. She was pregnant. She's visibly pregnant. I think she was 6-7 months. And she's like, no, I have a passenger.
Whoa. You're right, though. Because if the kid is counted in the census.
Exactly.
And so wait. So pregnant bitches can use carpools now in which state is this? Where?
In Texas.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, Texas women, did you hear this right now? If you have a bun in the oven, you can now use the carpool lane because your baby is a census counted member of fucking society. Literally a dependent on your taxes. This is amazing. Pregnant women everywhere are going to be flying through traffic. This is great for them.
People are people are going this is where it leads. This is insanity.
Well, I've got some more. I got one last video for tonight. One last one. I just remembered this.
We need to put out a short on this. It'll go epic. Women. Now, Texas women, just to give them the PSA and move on. 20 seconds long. It's going to go viral.
You need to play the video that I sent you of the couple in the doctor's office.
That's actually funny, but I'm not going to play that one. I'm going to play this one.
Why not? It's funny.
I know it's hilarious. I think it's great. But the one that I'm going to play, let me find it. I just pulled it. Nope.
Jail's a part-time chipmunk.
Here, a lot of people gave me shit about my opinion on Herschel Walker. Well, I have a tweet.
Now
do I know that name?
Our good air decided to float over to China, bad air. So when China gets our good air, their bad air gotta move. So it moves over to our good air space.
This is Herschel Walker, who is running for, I believe it's governor of Georgia.
Is he fucking serious? That wasn't a stand-up comedy remark?
No.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
Holy shit.
Clean that back up.
Cain killed Abel, and that's the problem that we have. And I said, what we need to do is look into how we can stop those things. He talked about doing a disinformation. What about getting a department that can look at young men that's looking at women that's looking at just social media? What about doing that, looking into things like that, and we can stop that?
That's a full-time job, looking for boys looking for women's social media.
Your constitutional rights. And I think about this, because at one time, science said man came from apes. Did it not?
No.
That's when you go to the science.
Every time I read or hear that, I think to myself, you just didn't read the same Bible I did.
Well, this was interesting, though. If that is true, why are there still apes?
Herschel Walker happens to be doing this in a state that is at the center of a
So yes,
I apologize. What was the context in which he was bringing up this really, really stupid thing about
Sounds like the other guy had the same point when he said...
Mark Stone says, oh no, Hoven got to him.
Hoven posted a video about beavers the other day.
I sent it to you. What'd you think?
Yeah, and then I commented. My comment was, ask me about the vanilla Ken. Or Kent.
I don't remember what the context of the reason why he brought up the whole apes thing.
Well, by the way, I want to point out that Kent is also wrong in that goddamn video. He says that beavers are born knowing how to build a dam, and that is actually not true because they have one of the longest things where, like parental like the parents take care of them for like a few years before they're yeah, because they got to learn how to make dams.
Yeah.
Put another video on, damn it, Johnny.
No,
I've got it. Johnny's already got it. I sent it to him. Come on, dude, pull it up. It's really quick.
Is it like a demonetized trigger? What's the? Oh
Yep.
yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Nope.
It's not demonetized.
Nope.
What do you see? Tell us about it, Johnny.
You don't see anything. It's literally a sketch.
Not gonna do it. Nope.
Why?
All right.
You want me to pull it up? I've got it.
No, because I've got work to do, JL, and I've already been on there half an hour longer.
It's literally 30 seconds.
Yeah, the video is 30 seconds in the 4-hour fucking conversation that follows. Okay, so no,
This is not gonna be a 4-hour conversation. I recognize you gotta go.
There, that helps. That takes care of that. Look at him. He's so defeated. Look at him. He's like a little kid. Just got told no ice cream for after dinner. He said no ice cream after dinner. He's like, oh.
Johnny just
Say goodnight,
down the hammer.
Say goodnight, JL.
No, I appreciate you muting me. I had to fart, so thank you.
Oh, jeez.
No, but seriously, it's not that long. I've got it right here.
Darcy says, say something nice to each other. I did. When
the audience will
They love each other. We're men. We get over it.
Yeah, when JL got here, I said, the wonderful, amazing JL.
It's right there.
Yes.
It's right there. There it is.
Come on, dude.
It's right there.
It's literally right there.
I don't...
Here, I've even got it keyed.
No.
I've even got it keyed right to where it needs to be.
This guy is about to smash it.
There we go. I got it right there. I've already got it keyed. Just put it up, dude. They want to see it.
Thank you for your patience. There's no easy way to say this.
I like how he looks like him.
Your baby has a catastrophic brain abnormality.
He does.
What does that mean?
It means that parts of her brain didn't form. Your daughter, if she is to survive, will live only a matter of hours after birth. During that time, she will experience a multitude of seizures and ultimately aspirate on her own bodily fluids. She will suffer. A decision will need to be made on termination. I wish I could tell you what to do, but there is only one person who can make this choice.
How much time do I have?
And that person is Greg.
Greg?
Who the is Greg?
Greg, yeah.
Oh, dang, so they don't play the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, dang. So it's even shorter than that. And no, I just grabbed the one I sent to Johnny was the whole one because it actually goes through it. It has there's like a picture of Greg Abbott on the wall, and he like opens it, and there's a phone. There's like a red phone in there, and it's like it goes directly to him, and he's like, "Hey,
awesome.
yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, right, okay." And he's like, "Sorry, you're on your own." And then he just walks out, and then the parents are left there like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
So it's up to Greg. Who the fuck is Greg?
Dude, the guy, I want to know who that actor is because he deserves a reward. His reaction to that.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Greg?
That whole thing, yeah, it starts out so bad. You're like, oh, fucking hell. And then they go, yeah. Sofa King Sleepy, who's been a plot hole crew member for 12 months, says, late to the show, there has to be a better way. I agree. Who does? Who does? Skids Crasher for $2 says, that was epic. Thank you so much for that super chat. I need to look into this Greg fella.
Anybody ever see the movie The Ringer? The Ringer with it's with or not The Ringer, is it? Yeah, okay, that's the right one. It's where the guy's trying to pretend because he thinks they're all handicapped, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, don't worry, I took him out. We got him ice cream." And the one guy, "When the fuck did we get ice cream?"
That's the one. That's Johnny Knoxville. And he's like, "We can't park here. We can't park here. Sure, we can. It's for handicapped people." He's like, "No, we can't park here. We're not allowed to." He's like, "Sure, we can park here." No, we can't. It's for handicapped people. He's like, he looks at his window. Hey. My friend here's got an IQ of 35. We can park here, right?
We can park here, right?
Brian Cox is still funny then. Great Edge just said for $10, he says that was it. He sent the wrong one, but it was a little bit longer. Yeah. And
this thing is kind of hard to find.
My name is Herschel, and I can count to potato.
I can count to potato.
It's so like. This guy wants to be. This is a politician. This guy wants to be a politician. He wants to represent people in office.
You scratched my disc, you know. Yeah. You scratched it.
It's a scratch. Yeah.
You picked it up and you scratched it.
Like the bad air goes to the good air place, pushes the good air over to where the bad. Like,
look at this random Lincoln Park, by the way.
Oh yeah.
How do you?
Hey, got 420. I don't know. All right, now it's time to say goodbye.
Is that brain damage? Is that what that is?
Brain damage? Yeah, I think so.
Lincoln Park?
Yeah.
One too many punch hits with a snake.
I'm younger than you old fogies.
Yeah, he did take a lot of.
Lincoln Park was cool.
Yeah, he did take a lot of hits to the head, Herschel. But yeah.
Wow, and if we evolved from monkeys, why are there still monkeys?
Apes, actually, but yeah.
Apes. If we evolved from apes, why are there still apes? Oh, this is a person who's seeking votes. This person who wants to represent.
He wants to represent the
people of
Georgia.
I went to that concert in Atlanta.
Actually, senator, not
Mark knows.
He wants to be like in the Georgia state legislature. He wants to be Georgia State Senate.
Yep.
I could just see him in when they call session. He's just in there in his chair like.
I got a spinner chair. Yeah.
Passing laws.
Gets Crasher for $2 says goodbye, Johnny O. Jail and Rainy Beaver.
He gets triggered and someone says something. He turns around, just fucking spear tackles himself.
Mama's right. You're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Something's wrong with his medulla oblongata.
Butt rock. Lincoln Park is almost butt rock.
Almost. Yeah. All right, everybody say goodbye.
Brainy thinks Alice in Chains is classic rock.
I don't know.
Man, I can't remember who said some shit like that the other day.
That's what they fucking. I was at the radio. It's like, for classic rock, and they put on things like Linkin Park. Even I'm like, what the fuck is happening here?
I never listen to the radio anymore. I don't listen to the radio anymore because whatever. I just don't.
Because they offend you with all that young butterscotch pop or whatever those fandangled kids are listening to nowadays, eh?
I prefer the eclectic selections that I have curated over the 40 plus years. Anyway, I had to take my USB drive out to
he's mixing his Chicago with his fucking Yoko Ono and shit.
I mean,
it's got ABBA fucking just pumping in there.
Look, Whatever. I listen to
Dancing Queen.
You see him drive. You see him driving. Dun 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 dun.
I mean, ABBA's pretty good. I'll give you that. Dancing Queen and all that.
Then that window rolls down real slow. Dun 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 dun.
Roxette.
Just a second. You guys are bashing on ABBA, but what you don't know is they sang their entire first album without knowing a lick of English.
That's crazy.
Well, I know, but I was saying, you busted to the Toto, man.
There's also Enya. She's a whole different ballgame.
Toto's amazing.
Not rock at all.
Anyway, so I didn't have my thumb drive for some reason. I don't know what the fuck. I was thinking I was updating my my music, and I had classic rock on, and they fucking played Metallica. I like, you motherfuckers.
Glad
Turn the radio off.
Metallica was classic rock.
Yes, I turned the radio off. Nope.
Wait. What song were they playing?
I think they were playing.
If they called them classic rock and were playing anything preload, that's just
no.
That's just unacceptable.
I think it was probably like nothing else matters now that I think about
what the fuck preload means. I just think of the only thing I can think of when you say load is never mind. It's like preload. I don't do anything before I do a load this in the morning. I'm kidding. Oh fuck, that's horrible.
I'm not a huge Pixies fan, but I will listen to them.
What are the Pixies?
What?
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
it's the super chat that had gone by.
Where is my mind? Where is my mind? You've never heard that? What the?
I think I do that one.
Yeah, you'd recognize it if you heard it.
I'd recognize if I heard it. I just don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Are they one hit wonder though?
No.
No.
Are they to me?
Maybe to you. Maybe.
Because some of these bands, right? I might only know their number one or
what
two
the hell
hits.
Are you
right?
listening to up there? Metallica?
I don't listen to metal and rock myself.
Okay, well, Pixies are. But, yeah.
Well, if the band doesn't have an A at the end of it, then he doesn't know what we're talking about.
No, I just don't listen to. I'm not a heavy metal or a rock and roll fan per se. Linkin Park is about as rock and roll as it gets.
I like
maybe
Nirvana,
some Incubus.
Yeah,
Incubus maybe.
Was it the death metal band from Canada was the Raging Moose?
The Raging Moose. There's lots of death metal. I'm just not a fan of.
It's pronounced
death
Nirvana.
metal.
It's pronounced Nirvana, not Nirvana.
Nirvana. Well, he's dead, so it doesn't matter.
Aaron Reese has been a pothole crew member.
He is officially declared war against Seattle.
Listen, I went to a Nickelback concert, and I will tell you that they put on a hell of a show. Lots of pyrotechnics, but beyond that, Nickelback.
Anyway,
what do you do?
Was that pyrotechnics?
Pyrotechnics? I don't know how to pronounce things.
Yeah. Anyway,
my brain hurts.
Aaron Reese, who's been a pothole crew member for 10 months, says we've descended into absolute nonsense here. I agree.
Because Brady Beavers just declared war against the city of Seattle, so I don't know.
Why? What happened? What did I do?
Because you
don't worry, they'll tell you.
You will be informed.
Because I slighted Cobain? Oh no.
Our armies of motherfuckers in plaid and holy pants are going to be coming down to talk to
plaid It'll be like the South Park where you had to make the homeless person drill.
Yep. Jeez. All right.
Anyways. Woo! Name from New Zealand says Courtney killed Kurt.
Probably
by loading his syringe, but yeah, that's about it. Sorry.
I mean, that's about the point, isn't it? I think it's just like probably.
What do you think?
Here you go, sweetie. Here's your overdose sitting on the table.
Do you think Courtney Yoko Nirvana?
No.
Nirvana
was on the way out before Courtney was even in the picture. Okay. It just yeah. It was,
Yoko.
Anyway,
City Sue with the win. Bay City Rollers, baby.
Everybody say good night.
Thanks, Frayed Edges.
I had fun. We'll see you guys.
Yeah, it's fun.
For Friday, I'm gonna try and get some more videos. I just finished up a couple projects, so I'm gonna get some more videos that day. I know you got stuff. You got stuff in the works, and then we can horror tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time. If you like horror films, you can catch Brainy Beaver over on Brainy Beaver when he puts out his amazing content. You've got some good stuff coming out. I really like what you got going on, except when you bash your head. You should do a shorts about you bashing your head.
Fucking Jesus. I thought I was in trouble. So it's okay. I'm glad we're not.
Yeah, you were glassy-eyed at the start of this, but I think that's ridiculous.
I had just gone home from work. He knows I mucked a steak and had some dessert, and then basically we were live. So
yep.
Darcy said, "Here's your flannel. Go to war with your greasy hair in desperate need of sunshine."
Michael Bublé. My wife listens to Michael Bublé like every single other woman in Canada.
Hey, I will stand by my father's love of Jim Croce all day long. My father was a massive Croce fan, but he also kind of liked Bing Crosby, so I'm a little conflicted about that.
In Family Guy, he pops the boob.
This is the only way I'm going to get this show to end. Say good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. See, you can't hear him. Bye. Wait, come over here and say bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Stop fucking muting me, okay?